Hello everybody and welcome back to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will. I'm back tonight with another episode of City of Mist, The King's Hustle. We've got a full cast and crew back with us tonight, so let's get into it, my friends. Let's go around the team, remind ourselves of who we are and who we're playing tonight, and let's start with our wonderful MC for tonight, Metamancer. How's it going, Meta?
It's going good, Will. Thank you. Hi guys, Metamancer. Do all sorts of tabletop stuff. I'm looking forward to another episode. We left off with a really big bang. Literally, last episode. So I'm looking forward to seeing the results of that and how everybody reacts. And of course, the continuation of everyone's story.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, let's remind ourselves of who's playing tonight. We've got Blue Jay with us. Blue Jay, how's it going?
It's going good. I had a good day so far. I was playing in the Forest RP with Pumpkinberry earlier, so I've already warmed up my RP muscles. But today I will be playing a different character than I was earlier. I'm playing Nancy De La Rosa. She is a private investigator, and I got these super cool cards from the City of Mist people. So they have like all the stuff on the back. It's rad. Wow. So I got like an accessories pack that had these, and I'm super excited because now I have them in person and I don't have to look at my computer.
Awesome. Great stuff. Well, we also have Pumpkinberry with us tonight. PB, how's it going?
It's going well. Hello, I'm so excited. I'm glad we didn't die in an explosion. Oh, I'm also, sorry, brain fart. I'm playing Ava, a sassy CEO boss bitch. She's kind of cool. I like her a lot. So thanks for coming by.
Awesome stuff. And of course, we have Miss Magitech back with us tonight. Miss Magitech, how's it going?
Good. Hey guys, I am playing Sana. Her stage name is Sana Sonata. She is a jazz musician, but also a bit of a gambler. Might be in some debt. Maybe some things we'll be learning more about her as we continue on. But yeah, that's who Sana is.
Fantastic. And of course, our night would not be complete without Mad Morph. How's it going, my friend?
Hello, it's going well. I'm playing Shepherd Crane, the mysterious masked man with red eyes that can take a punch. And really looking forward to the episode.
Fantastic stuff. As for myself, I'll be playing Russell Gibbs, the ex-detective, who is a fucking shaman now, as far as he's concerned, because he's teleporting people into all sorts of different places, and he's pretty happy about it. But before we get into tonight's episode, I'll remind you guys of just a couple of things. The first of which is we're here sponsored today by City of Mist. If you're enjoying the game that we're playing, if you want to learn more about what City of Mist is and how you can play it yourself, go to www.cityofmist.co and check out their website. Get some of those cool accessories like Blue Jay has there as well, and be cool like her. It's a pretty awesome game, and I think you guys will enjoy it if you like role-playing games. And of course, our sponsors today are fantasygrounds.com, our virtual tabletop of choice, maps, images, tokens, rolls, all from Fantasy Grounds. WaylandGames.co.uk, our other sponsor, who do awesome tabletop board games, war games, minis, dice, out up to 20% off the retail value. And then last but not least, tabletoploot.com is the place to go to get your dice. At the end of each game, we give away a set of dice, so stick around to the end, and we'll be giving away some dice there for you guys as well. As per usual, you can interact with today's show. If you haven't retweeted this tweet, go ahead and do so. And of course, you can donate to the game as well by giving players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, and worse. But I will hand over to our MC for tonight, Metamancer, to remind us a little bit about what happened in a very eventful last episode, and to take us into tonight's episode of The King's Hustle.
All right, great. Let's jump right in. So last episode, the investigators were challenged with their physical and combat prowess in a very different and strange way, where they were faced against 6 armed guards, so to speak. And we got a really great look at how Crane responds to conflict in these situations as the rest of the team made their way to help each other. Nancy showed her a little bit of her true colors as she made her way away from the scene, trying to find an alternative route to solve this particular problem. Of course, as all wonderful heroes go, they did manage to quell the attack. Nancy showing a little bit of interesting results to her attempts at essentially disarming the guards using something that no one else has yet seen before, as a spider web kind of came out of nowhere with a very large spider, might I add, and took care of the final 3 standing guards. Meanwhile, the rest of the group followed through the curtain and found themselves in a very strange place. A Zen garden that didn't appear to exist really anywhere, as they realized that when they looked over the roof of the structure, they were up above the clouds and they seemed to go on forever. Gibbs kind of found his stride meditating, which took the rest of the team by surprise, until one moment when he reached towards the water that was there and he disappeared. Unbeknownst to him, he was brought there by his own mythos to communicate and be told some things that would help guide him on his journey, and given really what he would consider a destiny. When he returned, the team had already kind of moved away from the area, unknowing what to do in response to Gibbs' disappearance. Made their way to the top where the roof of the building, and they were able to realize that there were in fact police officers surrounding, getting ready to breach. Towards the end, when they made their way back to the garden, really reluctant to understand exactly what's going on, Gibbs sat there back in his place, and the rest of the team sat along with him as he meditated to get them out of there. Crane had a sneaking suspicion that things were not yet over as he heard a ticking of time go by, and as Gibbs made his final stance with an epic stop holding back move, bringing the team just in time before the building exploded to a ramen shop. And that is where we will pick things up. And take it away, guys.
I feel like we do the movie television show style recap, and then it cuts immediately to the loudest slurping noise you've ever heard as Nancy is just ramen noodles, because this is her first time having real ramen, and it's just literally the best thing. Obviously, we all know that ramen is delicious. She didn't know, but now she knows. So that's the snap cut, is we go from last time on The King's Hustle, and then once we get to right now, it's just noodle slurp.
Love it.
That fucking works.
That is the appropriate way to eat your noodles, Nancy. I'm very proud of you.
I had no idea. I just thought ramen was the stuff in the dried packets. This is amazing.
Oh,
now
no,
you'll never have the dried packets again, right?
Yes.
Well, I mean,
fantastic.
I mean, if you're always going to pay for me to have real ramen, then sure. Yeah, never have the packets again. Sounds good.
It's like $10 for a bowl of ramen, Nancy.
$10 is a lot.
To be fair, the little package ramen is 79 cents.
It's
she has a diamond in her pocket.
Yeah,
we didn't see that.
I need this diamond. Do you know how hard it is to sell a diamond this big? Have you ever tried?
First. I refuse to answer that in front of the next.
Yeah, guys. I think we're missing someone here. That I just teleported us into a ramen shop.
Yeah,
through my mind, I'm a shaman.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Right?
Whatever.
I had every faith in you.
I could have done
that. You did.
I did.
So why don't you teleport us into a curry shop? I don't know.
Can we get some more of the pot stickers? Can we get some more of those? Those were so good. You're still paying for this, right?
What we're gonna do. Yes, yes, Nancy. I'm paying for the whole thing. Get whatever you want.
Awesome. And she waves down the waiter and is like, "Can I get some more of this?" And then another beer, the big beer, big one. And
I'm a ramen shaman.
So are you are you
ramen shaman?
I saw that in chat. I had to say it. It's so good.
Ramen shaman. So how did that even work, Gibbs? How did you do that?
I wish I knew.
At first,
mean,
I wasn't convinced, and then I don't know.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
told me to trust you, and then it worked.
well, I even started dancing, and I just started believing, and then I just thought about ramen real hard, and we all sat in a circle a bit and chanted Kali Ma, and now here we are. I mean,
That's
I teleported into space, so I guess ramen shop is kind of a step down.
Maybe we should.
Excuse you.
There are paths that exist that aren't on top of the world. They're inside of the world.
Maybe I should
Outside
like
the
start a
world.
church or something, you know, like a cult. Maybe I should start a cult. What do you think, Eva?
I could get behind that.
Yeah,
What would you
cult?
call it?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can make great money with a cult.
All right, and especially if I can just teleport people to ramen. I'm like a bus service, but kind of instant.
So, do you think
Kali
you
Ma,
could do it again?
cult of Kali Ma.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to try. When I started doing it, it felt like something was about to go horribly wrong for all of us. Like the worst thing, like an explosion, like we're all gonna die. And then suddenly we were here. I kind of managed to steer it back on track, you know?
Well, did
my-
anybody hear that as we left?
You're
That
what?
actually an explosion?
As we came through, I had some sense of something occurring. Am I the
Oh,
only
I
one?
thought that was just in my mind. Yeah, you might be right. I might have exploded something. Maybe the garden.
No, I definitely heard that as we were leaving, but I thought it might just be like a tear in reality or something.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
just a tear in reality. Probably just that.
So-
Wouldn't worry about it.
No big deal, just a tear in reality. Nance, you are an
Stand a
enigma.
tear.
Well, whilst
A
we
what?
were meditating,
What did you
Comic
call
books
me?
we had ticking.
What comic books are
I
you
called
kids reading
you-
these days?
Oh God. Just have your
That-
have your food, Nance.
Crane
It
does have
wasn't
a
an
point.
insult.
We did hear ticking, like a bomb, like
What I heard.
right before.
I didn't hear
I heard
anything.
it too.
Bomb?
I heard
Why would she
ticking.
set a bomb in her own house? Was that
That's my
another
concern,
trick?
is whether it was another test.
Could have
Well, we
been.
passed if that was the
In
case.
which case, you're welcome. Yeah, we're alive. Eating
Thanks,
ramen.
Ramen Shaman.
Well, yeah, we do
Welcome.
owe you. Thank you.
Right.
I don't know
You'd
anybody.
have done the same.
anything.
Okay, kiddo.
You owe me a trip to the hospital, actually, because
Yeah, you-
my arm,
you owe
if I don't get this bullet out of it,
Wait, we just sat here eating ramen and you've been shot?
I was.
You're just sitting. You're literally just sitting there and you've been shot. Why didn't we go
And
to
I-
a hospital? Why are
I'm-
we eating ramen?
Because
I,
it's
I mean,
delicious.
I was still kind of in shock from the fact that I just teleported from a Zen garden to a ramen shop. I'm still kind of trying to process that right now.
I think that's
Can you
fair.
ramen shaman us to a hospital?
And we just
Oh, I'm
go.
staying right
I
here, actually.
I don't want to explode anything else just yet. It's kind of new to me. I'll figure out where else I can go, and if it's gonna create more tears in reality, and if that's something we should worry about. But maybe we should just like go to a hospital.
That would be nice.
I'll
Well, I
get the
don't know how to
bill.
speak.
You call a cab.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'll call a cab for you.
Can I bring up my phone and like take a look at if there's anything in the news about that warehouse we went to exploding or anything like that?
Absolutely. There is all sorts of information like coming to you live from this area, Fortune Row. A warehouse was unexpectedly exploded. Police believe it was a gas leak, et cetera, et cetera. That whole
Oops.
bit.
Oh my
Casualties
God.
currently unknown. At least a few cops.
Oh god.
Holy.
I
That
want to
wasn't me,
avoid
right?
going to the hospital.
Yeah. Maybe. Well, I mean, where are we exactly? Do you know where this ramen shop is? Like, can I just pull out my GPS and be like, "Where's here? Current
Yeah, you
location?"
guys are, yeah, you're still in the city. But it's a Japanese ramen shop that's owned by like a generational group of Japanese people who've come over, and like it's been in the city for a very long time. Ava probably knows the owner, and like knows that very authentic. They have been around for a very long time in the city.
All right, you're right, Sana. I owe you for you getting in the way for me, I guess.
Oh, for crying out
I know
loud.
somebody.
Just apologize.
I'm not apologizing. I'm just taking her to a doctor that's not going to be suspicious that she got shot. Occasionally, you got to find doctors that aren't going to like put all this shit in the records. Anyway, and I like call on my phone. I have a know who to talk to.
Okay.
Thing. I just want to like say that I already know a like under the table doctor person. I don't know if you want me to roll for it or
no, that's okay. I don't think that's necessary for this particular thing. Okay, we'll just consider you have contacts.
Yeah, so I know a non-hospital, gonna report that you got shot.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
They are very shady, and they're probably like the classic, like you go downstairs behind a regular like shop and into a basement, and it's kind of like the lights are a little dim, and they just like tell you to drink some booze and then like sew your arm. But it works. You don't have a bullet in your arm anymore.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So you guys would leave the ramen shop and go to the location, I'm guessing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you want to describe what this dude's place looks like, or female, whoever, whichever?
Sure. It's I feel like it's an older Hispanic woman, who was obviously a nurse for a really long time, and it no longer like is working as a nurse. And it's actually the basement of her house. So we like go into this like older suburbs area, and it's the basement of her house, and it's got like the washer and dryer and like that giant like sink that you sometimes have that is like a hand washing clothes sink. It's all concrete, and the walls aren't even like finished basement walls. It's just like the 2x4s and stuff. There's no insulation or anything, and like she just like sits you up on this table in her basement, and like gets out basically what looks like a sewing kit, but like a little bit more like stuff in it, and hands you some like. She doesn't speak English very well. Like she speaks it enough, but she's talking to me in Spanish, and I'm like talking back to her, and there's like a casual nature to it. Like we've definitely like seen each other before, and she hands you like a bottle that has a like handmade label on it, and I'm just like, just drink it. It's her grandnephew's tequila. It's actually pretty good. It'll take the edge off. And then like she starts basically like pressing at your arm and like digging out the bullet, and it hurts like a bitch. And like the whole time she's just like under her breath speaking Spanish to me, and I'm just like casually like talking back to her like it's not a big deal and it's happened all the time. And then like when she's done, I was like, there, even. And that's just that's it.
Thank you. Do you think we could maybe take a little more of that tequila to go? I might need it.
And I say something to her like really quickly under my breath, and then like you see like there's obviously a bit of negotiating, and then like she hands me another bottle. Like I'll probably owe her something later, or maybe like she already owed me a favor or something. And then I give it to you. I'm like, there.
Good. All right. You guys want to do?
I don't know where the rest of this test is supposed to take place.
Yeah.
You want to go back?
No, that place is crawling with cops.
What do you mean? So we
The
didn't
warehouse,
see
it blew up.
what?
I
You
would
checked your
have
phone. I didn't
showed
check,
you.
so I have no idea.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I would have. That would have been why we didn't go to a hospital, right?
Oh, okay.
So like that's why it's
Well, I
all
don't
under
know.
the table.
You're just really
No,
shady in
I
general.
would have. Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
I would have been like, we can't go. Like, look at this.
No,
it
yeah,
definitely
fair
really
enough.
exploded
Okay.
or whatever.
Yeah, I
Look
don't.
it on my phone. Explosions.
So, does anybody?
Yeah, I imagine she's going to contact us. I imagine we passed the test. We didn't get exploded. We didn't die. It's really exciting.
Yeah.
Does anybody still have contact with the people who originally contacted us? Is that something that we might still have? Meta, would we have
Someone
their
contacted
contact
me.
info?
You wouldn't have been given contact back. And it's like, no, it would have been
Okay.
like, this is where you're going kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no one contacted me, so
Also
you just
true.
You just showed up.
Yet.
yeah, I had a
I got-
feeling.
Wait.
You have
what?
some sort of. You have a sixth sense, and you can teleport. And what?
Wait, I'm sorry.
I don't know what the fuck else I can do. It's been a crazy day. To be honest,
No one
I'm sitting
reached out
here.
to you?
No. I'm just, I'm sitting here, just your average 40 guy in his 40s, and just all this stuff started happening to me. I mean, I've had a couple of weird run-ins in the past. Giant sandman, skyscraper falling on me, that kind of thing. Devils, demons, whatever. But this is pretty
I'm just
weird.
going to step away from you.
Who are you?
I don't fucking know. That's the craziest thing about all of this, is that I've lost almost all of my identity. And so I kind of just go where I feel. Used to be a cop, no longer a cop. Used to have a family and kids, don't have a family and kids anymore. Now I've
Did
just
you
got
murder
this. No. They left me. I was a terrible husband and an even worse father.
Oh, okay. Well, that's boring.
Yeah, I kind of got dragged into this whole mystical shit.
I see.
But, I'm kind of feeling good about it now. For the first time in a long time, I'm feeling really good about it, because now I'm this fucking ramen shaman. I teleport around and do shit.
So you risked your life, and they didn't even promise you anything? Like, you just came there of your own
Yeah, I
volition?
guess. I had a
and
good
got
feeling
shot
about
at. All
it. It's
right.
not
Well,
so
I mean-
uncommon. Call it a hunch.
Yeah. It's not uncommon. You don't have to do everything for a reward. They didn't promise me anything. It just sounded interesting.
Really? I figured there was something in it for all of us. Hence why we're.
Adventure, excitement. The thrill of the hunt.
Well, now I'm with you. That's pretty much why I'm here. What about you, Crane?
Can I get a reminder? Was I also here on instinct?
No, you were here for a particular purpose, for somebody that you were trying to find
Okay.
from your past.
So I was contacted by these people.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Only one that
Yes.
was like really, really there, completely out of the blue, is Gibbs. Ava had more of like the opportunity was presented to her in such a way that was more like to make her more prolific in the industry she's already in. But it wasn't in the same like reward sense as like material for the rest of you guys. Like it wasn't like a material promise
Exposure.
of like information. Yeah. She was like maybe exposure, but everybody else was given either a financial or personal motivator of like progressing something that was important to them.
Yes, I had my reasons.
Hey,
Right.
Nancy. You seem to be good at investigating things. From
It's literally my
Yeah.
job. Yeah.
what about? Did you look up this Camilla girl at all? I'm sure she probably has.
She is
Not a
literally the richest person in this town. And that's saying something.
Can I whip out my phone and check Camilla's Instagram? Like, has she posted since she left our vicinity?
Check her likes. Has she liked anything?
Yeah,
sure.
Has she been active?
Since Camilla is very well known as far as like socialite status goes, again, given that she's the wealthiest woman in the entire city, yeah, she's always seen in like very glamorous places, whether it's multiple businesses that she owns, from the casinos to the jazz clubs to whatever. She's everywhere. I would say probably her current Instagram has been involved in maybe something that's been going on in the casino. Since it's the end of the week, there's probably events happening. Definitely some kind of like Instagram shots of like expensive beverages and her like all dressed up, and she's a very, very beautiful woman too. So that also plays into her status and all that.
Do we see where she is? Does she have, like, I mean, can I say which
she
casino
doesn't.
that is?
Yeah. She does not have any.
She's even
let's put it this
location
way.
tag.
Yeah, she is. She doesn't care. Like, she knows. She feels she's untouchable. Well, let's just put it that way.
Okay, is she wearing the same thing in that picture that she was wearing when she saw us? Because I know these rich people, sometimes they just take a bunch of pictures and then post them over. Whatever.
Yeah, she's not wearing the same thing, but Ava, you probably wouldn't put it past her to change multiple times throughout the day.
Yeah, of course. So basically, if I recognize the casino that she's in, which I probably do, I would like to then call the casino and see if she's there. Just ask one of the staff. So I don't know if I can roll for that, but I know a lot of people on VIP in most places as a power tag, and I know all the local big players as a power tag too.
I won't make you roll for that. No, you don't need to. Yeah, if you want to, if you want to just have that with me, I can, let's come up with a name for the casino. I like to collaborate with you guys when we come up with stuff like this. So if Ava wants to come up with something or whatever, you guys can collaborate, but something quick for the casino.
Ooh, shit, I don't know. Oh God, I'm bad at that.
So
it's something like
the
the cheap ass place would be like the Golden Nugget or whatever, right? That's the cheap place. And then the more expensive one is gonna be like Caesars or like that kind of
Bellagio. Like if we're in Vegas, then let's use one that actually exists. Like Bellagio, one of those two.
Not actually Vegas, but
okay.
Yeah, we can't actually.
How about something? Yeah, I was gonna say something like it.
Bellagio. Okay, casino. Okay, so we're gonna say this is a very high class casino. Only high rollers really show up here. Like there's the standard games at the casino, slot machine and all that. But like if there's like prolific poker players or blackjack people, like this is the casino that they go to because this is high stakes.
Is there like there's a VIP lounge, I assume, right?
Absolutely. There's a VIP for the VIP. Like there is definitely higher up in the land of that. Obviously on site, hotel, we're gonna say this is definitely a hotel casino. And suites galore, pools, multiple pools, like the whole 9 yards. Multiple restaurants, shopping area within the casino. We're talking like this is an enormous casino, so definitely go big or go home as far as this one goes. And this is one of the ones owned by Camilla herself. And she did not build this; she bought out the previous owner.
Bought out, yeah, right.
All right. So awesome, the Bellagio.
So I'll just get off my phone and just be like, okay, she's at the Bellagio if we want to go confront her ourselves. I can get us into the VIP section. Maybe not you.
Who are you pointing at?
Russell.
I nod.
Unless you
Probably on a few.
can, you know,
I'm probably
clean
on a
up a
few
bit.
lists.
There's shopping
Oh,
out
yeah.
at the casino, just saying.
Yeah, I got it. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Well, I
Rish.
mean, okay. Oh, sweetie, you're not fixable.
I mean, if you wanted to buy us clothes, I wouldn't say no.
Of course you wouldn't. That
Don't
might
worry.
actually
I
be
think
fun.
I think we'll have a way of getting us all in. Don't worry.
I'm
I give
intrigued.
her a
We're
wink.
gonna-
I give her a
we're
wink.
So we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go walk up to her and ask her what the next step is, or what?
Yeah.
I could email
Why
her.
not?
You could
What?
email. You could what?
Email. Nobody emails anymore unless it's for no.
I
Let's
train all the
just
time.
go. Let's go in person.
On AOL. Okay, fine.
You know that
I'm just
AOL
saying.
AOL doesn't exist anymore, right?
I don't know if I believe that. I'll have to go and check when I get home on my computer.
I'm going to pull out my phone with the article that says AOL was shut down, and I'm going to show it to him.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We need you to be
you
on
might
the same
wanna-
page with us, okay, sweetie? All right.
Okay, well,
We're going, right? We're going to the
So just
casino.
in.
We're going to confront Camilla
All right.
ourselves, or
casino.
we could play blackjack.
No.
I'm sure she'll know we're there. You don't play blackjack?
I don't
play?
gamble.
I never say no to blackjack.
Well,
But we
Cheers,
do have
sweetie.
That is
we do
dangerous.
have an important mission that we need to talk.
We're going into
Camilla.
a casino. That's a dangerous
But it is-
line of thinking.
I used
like
to.
it, though.
I've been to the Bellagio a few times. I don't go very often because you can lose a lot of money there. It's probably not the best idea for me to play blackjack. Let's just say that. Perhaps we should just go to the VIP area.
fair enough.
But I might be tempted. We'll see.
Well, I'm not going to
Shall we?
pressure you. You do it or you don't.
Let's go. Let's see what
Not up to
happens.
me. Let's go. I'll call a cab.
I guess since we're a team, are you coming, Crane?
Can I suggest that we tread carefully since we're not sure? We should probably consider that we may have failed and that was why she tried to blow us up.
Maybe
What?
we case the joint first. Right? We see what she's up to, see what mood she looks like she's in before we just walk right up
Approach
to her.
I am not a patient woman. That sounds like it's going to take a lot of time.
I mean, you do whatever you
Walk
want.
up to her.
She seemed pretty straightforward, I guess.
She's extremely straightforward. She also values her time, just as I value my time, and I value your time for you. Because you
All
don't
right.
value it. All right, time is money, people. Let's go. I'll hail a cab.
All right, perfect. We will, unless anybody wants to do anything in the cab, we can skip forward to you guys arriving at the Bellagio.
Can I hail a limo instead?
Hell yeah.
You call
Please,
a limo.
there's
You don't
lots of
hail
I
a
do.
limo.
I don't hail a well, I hail
Yeah.
a limo. Yeah, but no, I just have speed dial
Yeah.
location. Like I just want a limo and it shows up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I look
All
at on the way there. I kind of look at Gibbs and Crane and kind of try to fix them up a little bit. Maybe, you know,
I
try to
literally
brush-
just take the hood from my jacket and like put it over my head and put my sunglasses on and like pout in the back. I don't want to be seen in this limo.
This is bad.
we're gonna stand out like a sore thumb here with a lot of us.
That makes it easier to find. But
I'm not the one wearing the mask. That's all I'm saying.
So
Very
that
true.
mask, Crane.
I'm coming round to the mask, I have to say.
Is
I
that just
think
a
it's fine.
permanent thing? Do you always have that on? Not a lot of
Like a lifestyle
people at
choice is what I'm
casinos.
thinking.
Not a lot of people at casinos
What are
wear
you
masks.
asking?
I'm
The
just
mask
saying
stays.
Okay,
Take a
that's fine.
drink,
I'm just,
Santa.
it's gonna look a little suspicious. All of us walking in, especially a guy with a mask on.
Oh, he'll
Uh-huh.
be fine. He will fit in more so than Russell over there. No offense, Russell.
I'll take him.
I think you have a mustard stain on your shirt.
This?
Is that
Oh,
from?
yeah.
Is that from ramen?
Why
No,
would you
I
have
think
That's
it's
from ramen, Russ.
it's been there for a few years, I think.
Oh,
Kind of blended in with the rest of the shirt.
no, it doesn't blend in. It doesn't blend in at all.
I think my wife bought me for this one like 10 years ago.
Buy a new shirt, Russ. Buy a new shirt.
We're going to this casino or not?
We're at the
We're in the
casino.
Yeah.
We're at the
You guys-
casino.
We've arrived.
All right, here we are.
Yes, you have arrived. What's your approach here? Do you guys go straight in? Do you guys want to try to get Gibbs to blend in more? Like, what's the plan?
I actually don't think that we would have to worry about it too much. Like, I think he'll be let in anyway if he's with Ava, but I'm not sure.
He'll be let in.
Yeah.
How long he is allowed to stay is totally up
Yeah.
to his behavior, pretty much.
Can
Okay.
I attempt to kind of like, I mean, okay, so here's the thing is that we're all just kind of walking in and we're all together. And if we were trying to like conceal anything from Camilla, then like maybe we shouldn't look exactly like we are. Like maybe like if we could try and like conceal our identities a little bit, or do we none of us want to do that?
Ava does not. But that's up to you.
I think that just because like of some backstory stuff, Nancy really doesn't want to be seen here. There's probably people here that she's like done work on or for as a private investigator that might not like seeing her. So like she just I would like to attempt to have like some sort of disguise. Like maybe she like bumps into somebody on the way in and all of a sudden like she's wearing a different hat and then like goes to coat check and gets like someone else's jacket and like puts all her hair like under the cap and like, you know, she's just very casually trying to disguise herself a bit.
Okay. Okay, yeah, let's do I think that's gonna be, let's just use the sneak around on that one to see if you're successful in like actually hiding your identity.
Okay. So I have cover my tracks as one, and then I have sneaky as a spider, which I think those two.
Definitely.
So just 2d6, that's caps. 2d6 plus 2. First roll of the day, that was +1, so 12. Good
Yeah,
job.
that's good.
Today's not as bad as yesterday. Or last
Absolutely.
rather.
Yes. Okay, that's totally fine. Yeah, you can achieve your goal.
Cool. I don't look exactly like me anymore. I look like just like neutral person that you wouldn't like pay attention to at all in a crowd.
Okay. I would like to, if everyone is okay with this, Ava's going to usher everybody around to take a selfie at one of the empty tables in the lounge area. She's like, come here. Come on. Trust me. Please don't make this take forever.
Okay.
Is everybody going to get in the selfie?
Absolutely refuse.
Nancy, just like put your fingers in or something, you know, just something.
It's like Thanksgiving every year.
Reaches up behind you, your head,
Yes,
and
perfect.
does the like the bunny ears.
Everybody
From
smile.
Fixing our hair. Okay. I'm ready.
Yeah, okay.
With his arms crossed.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, I take it. Then I'm going to post it to Instagram while tagging Camilla and tagging the casino, and I'm going to say explosive afternoon with my new friends, winky face, and then I'm going to post it.
Oh, the cool. Love
boy.
it. Shade.
And then we're going to sit down and order drinks in the lounge and wait.
Okay. Sounds good.
Are we in the the VIP area or just the regular area?
You just went to the lounge, right?
Or just
Yeah, I
like the
think we
regular
went to the-
lounge? Okay.
Yeah, maybe like because they have a bunch of different lounge areas. Probably like a fancier lounge, a little bit quieter.
Okay.
Somewhere with some like lower light so Nancy doesn't have a heart attack.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Do you guys want to do anything else while you're here waiting, or like does anybody want to go off or anything like that?
Nancy goes up to the bar, waits for an opening, like kind of disappears, and then walks out of the back room with 2 bottles, like she just like belongs there, and comes back to the table with 2 bottles of liquor that she totally didn't pay for.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Anybody else? Opportunity.
I'll get some drinks and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Just have
Okay.
some drinks and casually sit and
Okay.
wait.
Sounds good. Yeah, for about 15 minutes or so, nobody approaches your table. The waiter kind of like looks over and waits for Ava to flag them down. Ava, you probably are like, we're good or whatever. And then after another few minutes or so, a man comes towards your table. He's dressed in a black on black suit, so black shirt, black suit, like the whole 9 yards. Very polished look. And he's carrying a like silver platter with what appears to be some kind of like a card note on it, and places it and then picks up the card and puts it on the table and walks away. Who wants to read it?
Oh, Ava will reach right out and grab the card.
Okay.
Unless somebody else does it first.
All right, great. So the note reads, Ava and friends.
Ava
Glad
and
you-
friends. Oh, that's you.
Glad you made it out in one piece.
Glad
night
you made
is
it
not
out
yet
in
over.
one piece. The night is not yet over. Ooh, this is exciting. Is that all it says?
After I was letting you finish reading. So at the very bottom, after the night is not yet over, high stakes poker, 5 minutes, and then it gives you like the room to go to.
High stakes poker in 5 minutes. Nance, looks like if you want the job, you gotta gamble. I'm gonna set the card down and lean back.
Count me in.
Don't they usually make
All
you
right.
like ante for that shit? I don't have money to ante for that shit.
Oh,
I'm sure she's
sweetie,
just telling
high
us to
stakes.
meet in the room.
It could be more than just money, you know. High stakes could mean anything. We could be playing for our lives.
Didn't we just escape an explosion? I think I've had, well, fine, sure, let's go. 5 minutes.
It's room 512. So
Okay.
let's
Perfect.
maybe get something to drink and then head up.
All right.
Yes.
Nancy
that sounds
puts
good.
one of the bottles underneath her jacket and like holds it there with her arm.
Oh my god.
Perfect.
All right.
Sana orders a shot. Actually, she orders a round of shots for everybody. We're gonna need this.
Yes. I will also totally sneak another selfie at this point.
Okay. Yeah.
If everybody's
good.
cool with that. I don't post it or anything, but I do take one.
Nerd.
All right. Good. All right. So eventually you guys make your way up to 512. When you get there, it's Ava and Sana, you are familiar with this entire setup. It is basically a large room, and in the center of the room, almost like it's been built around in the center, There's only one way in. Curtains are kind of parted. You guys are feeling a very familiar theme with Camilla and curtains. It's like she just really likes the luxury that comes with like the drapery of fabric and all this other stuff. And you can see that the interior room is not exceptionally well lit. It's enough to illuminate the table, but there's definitely good places of like what I would say shadow. There's mood lighting. Let's just say mood lighting. And the table is exquisite. There's 2 guards on either side of the entrance. The chairs are made out of leather, and as you guys kind of like start to enter, that same man that you guys had the note delivered by kind of steps out of the room, kind of blocking you from going in entirely, and hands each of you like a rather large manila envelope. And inside, if you guys were to check, is $50,000 in cash. And you are given, each of you is given this without question or information. And he kind of ushers you into the interior room to sit. Inside, there is already another woman, not Camilla, sitting on at one of the chairs. She also has a manila envelope in front of her. It looks exactly like yours, so you could probably assume that it is also money. And then there's obviously the dealer at the center of the table.
Do I recognize this woman? Is she like a local big player, or do I not know who she is?
She does not appear to be familiar to you, and you know some of the high stakes people. 50,000 isn't actually very high stakes as far as most of the Balajian like high stakes poker is concerned, but it is still a substantial amount of money. And so as you guys sit at the table, none of you guys would recognize either the dealer or any of the other people here aside from yourselves. So.
Okay.
Let me describe the woman real quick. Yeah, she's got short brown hair. She's kind of nondescript. She's wearing sunglasses, which is pretty common for a lot of poker players anyway. Her clothing is like a studded leather jacket. She has like a red shirt underneath that, some jewelry. Her hands appear to be very well manicured, so she's not like some rando off the street. She takes care of herself. She's got bright red lipstick on, and she kind of like tilts her head down and like moves her glasses and looks at all of you guys as you kind of start to sit down in different places, and then resumes back to her kind of neutral pose.
So
well, deal me in. And as we were all having a seat, I just kind of sit down and get ready to play.
Okay. Are there any seats like not at the table? Like, is there any indicator that like this is or is not actually required? Like, could I just stand back and keep the 50 grand?
There are no chairs around the room outside of the ones at the table. And there is enough chairs for each one of you. Again, that does not necessarily imply or deny the fact that you could play or not play. It's just, it's obviously left open.
I think that, yeah, Nancy's kind of like standing back a little bit, like unsure of like whether this is, because she definitely wants to get what was promised, but also $50,000 is a lot. And, you know, the house always wins. So she doesn't necessarily just want to like sit down and play for it, right?
Right. Does anybody else
like she's just kind of hesitating?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess so. It's not even my money, so if I lose it, it's fine, right? I'll sit down.
Okay.
First, Crane walks over to the table and like he kind of looms over the stranger that's there, and he just says, "Who are you?"
Sorry.
Sorry, my cats are literally knocking everything over. So she kind of she doesn't change her gaze. She's still looking across the table in her neutral position, and you see a slight smirk on her face. And she says, "I'm Jessie. Who are you?"
Shepherd Crane.
Well, Shepherd Crane, are you gonna play, or are you gonna stand there looking at me?
Let's play. And then he sits down.
All right. Do you pick the seat that's closest to her, or do you go somewhere else?
Yeah, he sits right next to her.
That's how you made it real
Intimidating.
Okay.
You meet everyone like that? You say, hey.
Sorry, what was
what?
that?
I feel like if literally everyone else is sitting down at the table and like the only person in the entire room that's standing back is Nancy, she'll probably be like, I guess this is another part of the game, and like sit down, you know?
All right, great. We're not going to play out an entire scenario of playing poker. What I'm going to do instead is allow you guys to roll, change the game to give yourselves benefits or give each other advantages based on the roll number. Essentially, during a change of the game, we'll determine who's like in the lead, so to speak.
Nice.
Okay.
So we don't have to like go crazy with trying to. Obviously, we'll do it a couple times to see how things are going, and then as things change throughout the night, so to speak, we'll make adjustments that way and like play out other things that might happen.
What if one of us wanted to cheat?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Not-
Sana's a bit of a cheater when she plays as well.
Yeah.
So.
Totally.
What the fuck, you guys?
Sorry.
Yeah,
Just, you know,
that's
I'd ask.
her specialty is cheating in
I
card
shouldn't-
games. So
Yeah.
I should never have sat down with you.
yeah.
Oh, dear.
I will. Yeah. Feel free. Let's go around. Let's start with Sana, since this is.
I have lost $50,000. By the way, I can tell you how this is.
So I'm gonna again, Sana. When she plays at a table, she likes to talk to people. Her strategy a lot of times, and this is what some poker players do, is they like try to talk to people and kind of get them distracted. So I'm going to use induce hypnotic trance and hypnotic suggestion. Then and always prepared. So I'll do
Okay.
those 4.
Definitely. Nice roll. Okay. I'm just going to keep track of the rolls real quick.
Okay.
Motherfucker.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I just picture Nancy saying that as playing.
Let's have Ava go next.
Okay, so Ava is somewhat similar. There's a little bit different. She can actually divine using any game tokens, like a card deck. So she's actually just going to read the deck and see what everyone has.
Okay.
So she'll be using the divine with game tokens, showmanship, bullshitting, which and she'll need for that, and her empowered power tag. So, hold on, sorry, one sec. Let me grab the right one this time.
Okay.
And that's a 10 for those of you listening.
Okay. Cool. All right. Nancy, let's have you go next.
First, I would like to know if Nancy can tell whether these two ladies are like cheating. Can I like roll to like? Is there a way to like just perceive or investigate? Maybe
It would be hard since they're using their abilities, and you can't necessarily read mythos abilities. If they were like inherently cheating by like trying to slide cards or whatever, that'd be one thing, but these are all internalized, so you wouldn't have a way of like cluing into it really. Maybe if you got to
Okay.
know them better, like as something as part of your like kind of cover your tracks or like how you work with people. But right now, I don't think
at
there would
this
be a way.
point,
Yeah.
okay. That was my first question. So then, I guess that at one point Nancy tried gambling as a way to like get money fast. So she probably has like some idea how this works. So I think I'm gonna do. Can I have anything for love? Like this is what she did before this to like try and get money. Nosy as hell. She's probably like, what do you have?
Yeah.
Like trying to count cards.
Yeah.
That's probably it. I don't think she's cheating like they are. Like she's just she's trying to, her mythos isn't really about like card games. It is trickery, but like different, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
I could find ways, but I think I'm gonna save them for now.
Okay.
Just see how this goes. 12.
It's a good roll.
Nice.
All right, cool. All right, let's Crane. Let's see what Crane's got up his sleeve.
I've got like a few things I feel like I could apply, but because Crane, I feel like he wouldn't know how to apply his like powers or intimidation or tongue like in this situation. So I'm just going to do a straight roll with 2.
Okay. Maybe Crane's a little distracted by this sassy lady.
Yeah.
All right. How about Gibbs?
All right. Let's see what I've got. Well, I'm going to use my mythos here as well because that is about seeing into the future and the past. So I'm going to argue, and feel free to tell me no, that my piece of the puzzle could work here. I can see other cards, maybe.
Okay.
My sense danger, while this not being like direct physical harm, you know, like knowing which plays to make if I'm about to walk into something.
Sure.
And then my see memories to potentially just cheat and see what cards they did have, and then to get reads from that.
Okay. I like that. So +3? Or do you have
plus
more?
3. Okay. I think that's all, yeah. Let's try this. That is 11.
Good roll. Okay. Awesome. So for like the first half of the game, Sana is killing it. Like she is on fire. The other woman, Jessie, that's at the table, she seems to be playing very safe. Very defensively, you would say, Sana. Like she's folding a lot of the time, not taking too many risks. She's definitely not trying to control the table. And Ava, I don't know, maybe you can kind of justify this for your character, but you're probably intrigued by the fact of like prolonging the game for the fun of it. So you might not be making the same like risky decisions that you might normally make just to like see what people do. That's just my feel for your character.
I think that's pretty accurate. I also think that she'd be very interested in watching Sana play.
Yeah.
Like when she sees that Sana's doing really well, she'll probably just be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah,
back up.
definitely. Okay, cool. Nancy, you're actually surprised. The last time you gambled didn't go so great, but you're like, you're not keeping up with Sana, but you're not flailing either. You're getting some good, like you're up like 20 grand. I mean, you're doing pretty damn good. Yeah. And then Gibbs, you feel like you haven't really lost, but you haven't really gained too much. You're kind of like still at a neutral point right now.
I'm like strictly backroom poker games, probably for Crane. So it's like,
Yeah. Crane, on the other hand, Jessie is handing you your ass right now. She seems to be actually mostly focused on you whenever you're trying to like raise or any of that. She's on top of it and like really pushing you out. You're probably down about 25,000 at this point.
Okay.
But anyway, the game kind of goes back and forth. Waitress comes by to take drink orders and the whole 9 yards. If you guys want food, they're there to give it to you, so you don't have to worry about like needing food or anything else like that throughout the night. couple more hours goes by, and it feels like this game has been just going on forever. I would say at this point in time, if you guys wanted to do anything else as far as rolls go, feel free. Given how well...
I would like to try something.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I actually want to read her heart's desire, the other girl at the table.
Jesse?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know what that is. Is that a
that would
like a
probably
change
be
the
a
game
change
or
the game or an investigate. It depends on if you want to apply a change the game, like to give you a better chance at understanding or more for investigation you can, or you can just do straight investigate.
I'm not sure what I guess change the game would probably be better because it's like her superpower is doing that. So I guess that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. So can I add on to that or do I just, because that's a power tag.
Yep.
But can I add? Okay. So I will do that. And then I will also use my divination since I'm holding some game tokens. I will use confidence. I will also use the empowered tag as well. So
okay,
that's 4,
Sweet.
Right? Is that
4.
okay?
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's okay. Oh, oops. Good Lord. Oh, I typed in 45 like a professional.
Okay, a 9 is not too bad.
Right, guys. Yes, I did.
2d6, yep.
Yeah.
So a 9 is a mild success, which is good. So you're going to have 4 juice to spend. You can either give or reduce a status. So you could do it one tier per point of juice. So like if you wanted to try to throw her off her game or let her guard down, you could apply something like that. You could burn a power tag. In this particular case, you might not be able to really pull that off yet because you're not really sure her ability to be here. But since your goal is to like basically pry, we can kind of work with that. So, or you can create a story tag.
I would like to create a story tag, if that's okay.
Yep.
I would like her to fancy Crane and be distracted by it.
Okay. Sounds good. So I will give you that. We'll give her a distracted of... Oops. Learn to spell that. Okay. We'll give her distracted, and what I will do is you can bank the rest of the juice because it only takes 1 to create a story tag, and you can't really pump more into that. But if you wanted to do an investigate after the fact now, I will give you an advantage if you would like.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. So that's just another regular roll, right?
Yeah, well, with the whatever power tags. I think they're probably all the
I
same
still had power tags.
in this
Okay,
case.
yep, probably.
Plus an extra 1.
Okay.
Nice. Good roll. Okay, so you have literally 5 questions that you can ask me, and I will give you true statements and reliefs.
Oh, God. Okay.
You can open it up to the table if you want.
Yes, I would love to do that. Okay.
I mean, the easy one
first...
is why is she here, right?
Well, I don't want to ask why because that can be pretty... Well, I guess, sure, if you want to ask why.
Well, I mean, sorry.
What if it's just like to... No, I mean, but I just worry that the answer would be like to complete the test. And then we don't really know. That doesn't really help us.
I mean, but you have 5 questions, so I was just...
Yeah. It's up to you. It's up to you.
Do whatever you want.
Right. Yeah. Why are you here? Let's do it.
She's here for the interview.
Okay.
Fine. I'm not asking any more questions.
I will note, even though everybody was wearing masks, from your divination, you know she was not part of the previous interview process. 100%.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
Since my like super, my mythos is around like the desire and heart's desire, I want to know what she was promised or what she gets out of it if she succeeds.
Does she want to be here? That kind of thing. Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. What does she get out of it?
Okay, yeah. So when you kind of like look into that, you see that there's not a lot of like emotion behind her desires here. She's also not motivated by money. Her reason, or like what she was promised, really, is that she will have access to information. Is kind of like what you get. It's hard to tell what kind of information it is, though.
Okay.
But she will have access to things that she normally wouldn't have access to.
Okay. And so then my question number 3 then. So this is kind of neat because Ava doesn't really see things. She hears whispers that kind of sound like a morphed version of her own voice. So she's kind of hearing like weird whispers that are like, it's not the money. You know, it's not like it's, you know, it's like somebody's talking to her, and it's kind of cool. So the next question that she will then ask is, what kind of information? She'll follow up saying, what kind of information will she have access to that she doesn't have access to right now? What's it regarding?
It's about the city. We're talking like high level details about like political sides of things, blueprints to like schematics to buildings, etc.
Okay. Interesting. Does anybody else have a question that they might want to ask before I burn these other 2?
No, if you have questions.
Okay, I have one more question. What can we do, if anything, to get her to walk away from the table and not take the job? Since it's related to Heart's desire, I want to know if there's something that would get her to not participate.
You cannot see, like the voices are telling you that there is no chance of you getting her. Short of killing her, there would be no way.
Okay.
Does she have a tell? Could be another question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's true. She does not have an obvious tell.
Okay.
However, in her distracted state, whenever she's looking back at her cards, she does something that would actually be very hard to see because of the sunglasses she's wearing. But it is like, it's not a wink, but it's almost like an eye twitch. It's like an involuntary eye twitch.
Okay.
It's just very hard to see. But the whispers would tell you that she definitely has a tell. It's just very subtle.
Okay. I would like to, out loud then, after I've done this, over a drink, I'm going to say, I have some eyedroppers in my purse if you'd like them.
Jessie looks like she doesn't immediately turn to you, but you can see like the breath that she kind of holds for a second as you say that. And she like brushes part of her hair back behind her ear. And she kind of turns her head to you and she says, "Sure, that would be great."
I will actually pull some fancy eyedroppers that I use to make it look like I am not drunk or on prescription drugs or anything like that I happen to have in my bag, and I will hand them over to her. There you go. Work like a charm. Just be sure to put 2 drops in, not 3 or 4. That's too much. 2's just right.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Okay. So, a few more. Wait, anybody else want to do anything? Crane, would you be uncomfortable with getting attention from her, from Jessie?
No, he would kind of like a little. I feel like in this situation, with it being a game, he would be in like game mode, and he would kind of play along in a way that, even though if it was just in a bar or something, it would be uncomfortable. But because it's part of the game, he's kind of in game mode and allowing it and kind of playing along with it.
Yeah. Okay.
I I don't think this is going to produce any results, but have him use acute senses to see what she smells like.
Okay.
Whether she smells of a particular
That's
location or a particular
Serial
smell.
killer
Oh, I see.
Fearful.
You're like a hound dog. I see. Oh, not that. Oh, geez. All right. Yeah.
Okay. I guess you could, just to change the game, I think, or investigate. Actually, either one of those two would be applicable.
Okay, I feel like I would just. I'm just going to throw the 1+1 on it for using the extra senses and see what we get.
Okay. An 8. Yeah, that's good. Let's just do the investigate. Since you're not really trying to actually change anything, you're just trying to glean information. And all right, I'm gonna give you. Okay, so because it's a mild success, I'm allowed to choose a response to the investigation. So when you go to smell her, what happens? Like, what do you do? Do you just like smell the air, or is there something more involved?
He'll just kind of, because he's sat next to her, he almost just very slightly tilts towards her and just literally takes like a deep breath in through the mask. And she could probably notice it, but he just felt kind of.
Yeah, she will notice it, and momentarily she'll put her hand on your arm and wink at you. Like, she'll like bring her sunglasses down and then wink at you.
Okay.
So the answer to what she smells like, she smells very floral. It's a very light perfume, but it's pleasant. And it is very much, if you're trying to glean more of like information on like maybe where she was before, I could probably give you some sense of that if that was what you were after.
Yeah, just a general sense of a location where she's been, or if she was particularly fearful, I think is what he would be smelling for.
Okay, which one do you want the answer to? The fearful or the previous location of where she was?
Let's go previous location.
Okay. This is a foreign smell to you initially, and then you realize that it smells like metal, like electronics metal, refined metal. So that's that. All right. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and can you guys all just do a 2d6 for me?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, what? Motherfuck. Sorry, I'm sorry. I swear a lot. Damn, Crane.
Wow.
Oh, shit. Double 6s.
Boxcars.
Wow. That was a good sniff.
All right,
Great.
We'll wait for PB to get back for me to move forward. But for a while, again, back and forth, there's some Sana. At some point, you feel like after that weird interaction that you kind of witnessed between Jesse and Crane, he seems to like have like either a boost of confidence or whatever he figured out. He like is using it to his advantage. And Jessie is very distracted by the interaction that they had, so she's kind of fallen off of her game. Nancy, you were on a great roll for a while, but Crane is just like lit, and he's going after what Sana had as far as like he's trying to get back. And so there's a little bit of a competition between the two of them as well. And so you're back down to about 50,000. You lost the extra that you made. You're not completely down for the count, but you've definitely not been able to keep the gain that you had. Maybe it's the booze, maybe it's just the general tension of being in this casino, but for some
feel
reason.
like it's definitely because she's getting progressively more drunk.
Okay.
Like, that's definitely.
It's just every
that's
episode
definitely
we see
what it
that.
is.
Yeah, seriously.
PB, we just did a 2d6 straight roll. If you don't
Okay,
mind doing
sorry.
that for me real quick.
I
No,
really
you're
had
fine.
to
You're
pee.
fine. Yeah, I understand. All right, cool. Ava, at this point, I think you would, now that you kind of get a good feel for everybody at the table, you and Sana are getting kind of back to neck and neck. And I don't know what your character's motivations might be for that, but Sana, you're noticing that Ava is definitely gaining on your progress, and then Crane just comes in out of nowhere. He does like, would Crane do an all-in? Like if he was like really sure, like he had that gut feeling?
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that's how it goes.
I'm sorry. If Crane said all in, and I would die. I would have a heart attack. Not Ava, but me. I would be like,
yeah.
no way. I fold. It's gonna
Yeah.
go.
Audibly smells this girl. She winks at him, and then he
Yeah.
goes all in.
He just total boost of confidence. All in.
Yeah. All in. I think probably the way that it plays out is that Sana is still up for a while, and Ava, you've caught up to her at this point. You guys are pretty much neck and neck, and you both have raised each other. And then it gets to Crane, and he's all like, "I'm all in. That's it." And both of you guys, I'll give you guys an opportunity to RP it if you want, whether you're going to fold or not.
Well, Crane. I would not expect that from you.
Time to heat things up a little bit, I think.
I fold.
Fuck me.
Yeah,
You guys need
you
to
know
go
what?
wrong? Yeah.
I think I fold as well. I'm in shock.
I don't know if Gibbs or Nancy would have made it through the raises from before. I'll give you
I
guys an
think
opportunity.
that when Nancy got back down to 50 grand, she literally just put the poker chips in her pocket and is just sitting at the table drinking.
Yeah, the cash. They didn't give you chips. They just, yeah.
I can see
Oh, the
Gibbs
cash.
saying
Then
it.
she
It's
just
a cash
puts the
game.
cash in her
Yeah.
pocket and she's just like,
Yeah, I see Gibbs being at that same point. Yeah, he's probably
Okay.
are we
cashed
just
out
both
and-
drinking together? Like, did we
Yeah,
ask
sure,
for,
yeah.
oh my god, I ask the waiters that agree to give us whatever we want for a cigar. And then
Okay.
I ask if Gibbs wants one too.
Fuck yeah,
And
let's
we're
go.
just yeah.
Also,
we're just
Okay.
Rain, I just heard you smell that girl. I heard you. Just saying. Light a massive cigar with Nancy and start drinking. So I'm just getting shit faced.
it's good. It's good.
Oh my god.
All right. So it comes down to Jessie, and she kind of she ponders for a moment. She looks back over to Crane, and then
wants
she
to go all in.
smiles, and she goes all in.
Ooh.
She does.
And as luck would have it, Crane wins this particular, and Jessie kind of leans back in her chair and takes a sip of the whiskey that she's been nursing for a while, and then after the first sip, she just downs the rest of it and flips the cup over, and she says, "Good game." And looks over to the rest of you guys, removes her sunglasses, kind of places them over her head. And she says, "Well, you guys definitely outplayed me. Guess I'll go tell Camilla." And she gets up off the table and kind of walks towards one of the bouncers at the edge by the curtain, whispers something over to him.
Nancy with like
And-
her cigar in her hands is like, yeah, go tell her. Go tell Camilla. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you tell her. You walk away.
I think at this point, Jessie returns back, and she's going to slip Crane a note and then walk out. Crane, if you would like to read it now, you may, or you can hold on to it.
Is that a room number? Did she give you a room number?
Definitely takes a sneaky look against his chest.
It's totally a room number.
Sorry, you don't have to tell us. You don't have to tell us that, but like,
Oh, we know. We see her
I'm
come
glad
back and give him a slip of paper. I'm like, oh, you get
it's
it.
definitely a room number.
Mm-hmm.
I will even look at you, Nance. Ava will look at you and be like, oh, yeah.
He just he says, "Oh boy," and then puts it in his pocket.
Oh! I wanted him to sniff it. Oh my god.
So now what?
Me. Now we get pissed.
Well, I mean, aren't we like already fucking there? Continue to
You
get
two
pissed.
are.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they said they'd give us whatever we wanted. It was on the house.
drinks.
What the fuck do you
We're
think?
not idiots.
Do you
Take
always
advantage.
take anything, no matter what it is, as long as it's free?
I mean, someone put a bag of dog shit on my porch one time. I didn't take that.
Someone put a bag of dog shit on your porch?
Yeah, ding dong ditch. You never been ding dong ditched?
No, never in my life.
All the
But it
time.
didn't live in my neighborhood.
No, I did not.
I ding-donged a few ditches myself.
So I'm sorry. So you
Nancy like snorts.
you explain how you did this, Russ. You
It was messy.
take dog shit and you wrap it up and then you leave it in a bag on somebody's porch.
The guy was sleeping with my wife.
then
You know what?
And then you ring the doorbell.
I'm sorry.
Doorbell.
And then you run away.
So wait,
That's right.
a man sleeps with your wife and you do a
Well,
juvenile
you do.
prank of leaving dog shit on his doorstep?
Well, I
Sometimes
also got
they light
arrested
it on
a couple
fire.
times.
Gibbs, I thought you were,
charges.
you know, more of a man.
Thought you were
than that.
cool with all of your
Spells.
spells and powers, and now we find this
Yeah.
out.
Nance thinks funny. She gets it.
She's still like giggling, like and like choking a little bit on the cigar smoke, and then like smoking it again, and then giggling, and then like coughing.
Nancy's like not old enough to finish college. You're a 45-year-old man. Grow
Yeah,
up.
that's right. I'm 45,
No,
yeah.
Fuck you. Not everybody can afford college, all right, lady?
Yeah, so
Jesus.
fuck you. Now, Corain, buddy, what's up with that? What's up with that chick? You go in our room?
I think we have work to be done. No?
Well, we're waiting.
We? I don't know. I don't know about no we.
I think he's got work to be done. Am I right?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm going in there with you, buddy.
Wait. If there's gonna be more shit, can I get a coffee?
Of course, miss.
Thank you.
By the
almost
way,
His arms
everybody's
just kind of-
earnings. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Just Crane just folds his arms. That's like his uncomfortable response to their kind of.
All right, good. So Nancy Gibbs, you guys each have retained your 50,000. Sana and Ava, you guys are 75K, and well, Crane, you took the big pot home, and it's 150,000.
Woo!
So I have a diamond and
Cash, guys.
$50,000.
Cash. This is not chips.
Cash.
Damn. Got this envelope, 75K in it. Nice.
Yep. All right. So that's where your earnings are at. With that said, a few more minutes goes by. Your coffee comes out, Nancy. Did anybody else order anything?
I probably am having more wine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just continuing to drink a mixed
Yeah.
drink.
Ava's
Nothing.
been having like either wine or champagne probably the whole night.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sounds good. So yeah, In walks Camilla. Camilla is wearing yet another different outfit from her Instagram photos from before. She is wearing like this beautiful, but almost a little too over the top. It's appropriate for the casino, but if she wore it anywhere else, it would just be like, whoa, too much. It's like a gilded gold dress. And it has like a V-neck cut. And it looks almost like dragon scales at the front, and then at the sides, it kind of goes down and flows away from her body into more like of a chiffon type of flowing dress. And she comes in, walking in, and she's smiling. She's got a really big smile on her face. Well, today has been quite an eventful day. I'm very impressed.
Under her breath, Nancy's like, damn straight.
Well, I guess at this point, in case it wasn't obvious, you've been hired for the job. That's if you still want it.
Still anything that we ask for as a reward?
If the job gets complete, absolutely.
I'm in.
By the way, you can keep the money that you earned here tonight. Consider it
What's
a deposit.
what's the complete to you for the job? You want us to get you a thing and then bring it to you, bring it to your doorstep? What?
Yes, I want you to deliver a very important and one-of-a-kind artifact.
Where is this artifact?
That's part of the job. I need you to locate it.
How dangerous is it?
Incredibly dangerous.
Ooh, okay. On a scale of 1 to 10.
20.
10 being the most dangerous. Okay, I'm in.
Sorry, out of character laughing.
Any leads on this artifact? Where it might be?
Somewhat. There's been... How do I describe this? It's been very much of a myths and legends kind of process of elimination. You know how some things factor fiction? A lot of that. But unfortunately, I don't have the time on my hands to continue the process, thus hiring people who are incredibly capable at what they do. Obviously, since you are each hand-selected. And then she like glimpses over to Gibbs with a raised eyebrow, mostly. I believe your skills will come to use. And if you are working together, I think you can achieve what most would consider the impossible.
Well, we do have a ramen shaman, so.
Want a ramen shaman, bitch? I'm in.
So you've been circling around it for like the whole day. What is the thing that we're getting? Can't find it if we don't know what it is.
It is a quill. A pen quill.
A pen?
A very old pen.
Damn it, not a typewriter.
You need a feather?
Yes, you know the very old
Nancy.
quills that were used. A quill.
So what's so special about this particular one?
Does it have some special power?
You don't need to know the answers to those questions.
Well, then how are we supposed to get it?
Well, what if the quill does something to you when you pick it up? I think it's kind of relevant there, Camilla.
It won't.
What if I just go pick one up from your gift shop?
Believe me, I'll know the difference.
Well, how are we supposed to know the difference if you won't tell us about it?
You'll know too.
Well, don't be such a party pooper, Nance. This is going to be fun.
In here.
Don't you want all the money for the things? You want tons of money. This is going to get you everything that you want. Let's go.
Let me just go round up all the quills in the fucking city. Sure, no problem. Sounds great.
Well, I'm assuming this one has magical properties, so I'm sure it's guarded or something.
Doesn't sound
Mr.
dangerous
Gibbs,
to me.
might I ask what brought you into the interview?
I invited him.
Really?
Yep. We go way back. His old partner's been harassing me for years about the death of my old business partner.
Sure.
Interesting. Okay.
I thought it would be fun. Right, Gibbs?
Just like old times.
Wow. I guess we'll see. So far, it's proved to be very intriguing to watch you all working together. If you have other questions, you can let me know. Jesse will be joining you for some of your, let's just call them missions, I guess. Seems really strange to say it that way, but
Well, that
she'll
was
be
one of my
around.
questions.
Yes. I trust Jessie. She's done a lot of work for me in the past. I made sure that she could keep up with the rest of you.
I have a question
What
for
other
you, Camilla.
questions? Sure.
Where did you get that dress?
It was made for me. Do you want my tailor's information?
Yes, please.
Of course. Happy to. I'm sure that you can afford her.
You'd be right.
So, if we have any questions, how can we contact you? We have to just seek
Through
you out
Jessie.
like we did this time? Through Jesse. Okay.
No, I needed to make sure that you were committed to finding me again once the dust settled.
See.
I appreciate the persistence and passion you have all shown so far. I hope that you'll continue to take that into this work that we'll be doing. I imagine there will be a lot more difficult times ahead, but
Oh, I thought you were going to say passion. She looks over at Crane and giggles a little.
what else do you need to know? Aside from the fact that Jesse will provide you with the specifics of the first process that we need to take to get you more information on locating this quill.
Let's say we have expenses.
Taken care of.
Oh, for crying out loud.
What? I don't exactly have unlimited
always
funds.
about the
If we
money
should
for
need to
you.
obtain. What if it's at like a pawn shop or something, the stupid quill, and we need to pay for it? I'm not paying for that out of my own fucking pocket.
You think she's gonna offer us anything in the world that we want and not also make sure that we don't run into silly hiccups like, oh, I'm sorry,
I was
it costs $50 for
asking.
this quill?
Jeez.
You will all be supplied once you go to your room with information on financials that you need. I personally recommend that you stay in-house. Of course, that is up to you. You're not a prisoner. You can go home if you wish. But all of the services and luxuries of the hotel will be at your disposal if you so choose to stay here.
Oh, well, how nice.
Can we have guests?
There is a lobby type area in your suite if you wish to have people, though I would ask that you don't have them staying overnight.
All right.
All right, well, you're on the top level. Just press the E button for the penthouse. And all the information that you guys need, again, will be inside the room. Each of you has your own bedrooms. Jessie will be staying there as well, just in case. Though she sometimes doesn't like to stay on property. That's a little bit of her thing. Other than that, any other questions? You guys all look a little tired, so feel free to turn in if you need to.
Just one.
Okay.
Did you try to blow us up?
What do you think the answer to that question is?
I think it was a test.
Then you would be right. There'll be a lot more dangerous things to come than a explosion.
Hmm.
I like you, Crane.
Yeah,
I hope you all have a good night.
Thanks.
Everybody seems to be liking Crane, huh?
It's a mask. I'm telling you, I'm going around to it myself.
The mysteriousness of the mask, I guess.
Nancy rolls her
Mystique.
eyes.
All right. So, do you guys? You're welcome. Basically, free for all at the casino. So if you guys need to go get food, restaurant, etc., is open to you. Do you guys all want to make your way to the penthouse first, or are you leaving, or like what? What are you guys thinking?
Gibbs definitely needs drunk food.
Go home, you're drunk.
Yeah, he needs
Yeah.
drunk food right now. I'm gonna get something to eat somewhere.
Okay.
I think Sana will hang out a little bit, maybe go at a few more tables. Now that she has a little spending money, she might do a bit of gambling and then retire for the night. Go back up to our room.
Nancy excuses herself from the rest of the group and like goes out to like in front of the casino, like outside. And then she calls her brother, like even though it's like pretty late, and she's just basically does the like, I'm not going to be home tonight. Like, did you finish your homework? Like, there's leftovers in the fridge.
Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. Do you want to consider that a montage and give yourself attention on one of your logos for that?
Oh yeah, totally.
Like, I feel like it's narratively appropriate because this is kind of a downtime moment. So if you
Yeah,
want, it's like
what's a
you doing that
montage?
so a montage is basically a cinematic narrative of something that your character would be doing during times between like active role play, essentially. So a montage in this case for like what you just described is it's a simple one, but it's still appropriate where you're giving attention to a logos. Because that's your human side, that's the human narrative that you have. So when you give attention, that means you can mark attention, which is, when you get to 3, you get to improve your character. So that's
Oh yeah,
that you would
she's
want to do.
definitely giving attention to that defining relationship for sure.
Perfect. I love it. Anybody else? This is a perfect time for montages for everybody. So you're welcome to do that as well. I know Gibbs is going to get food, but if you want to do anything else, you can.
I think Gibbs would say, Crane, don't come grab a bite to eat? It's not sexual, by the way.
Of course. I guess.
Ron? Huh?
Something else.
Okay, well, I got something to tell you when we go get the...
He can't eat noodles. He's wearing a fucking mask. I just realized that.
We go, I don't know, we go to some, like, 24-hour diner. We go to, like, a Denny's.
Yeah.
Are you
sounds
leaving
good.
the casino? Because there's lots of restaurants, so it's up to you. If
Oh,
you
if there's
wanna
a
leave.
restaurant, yeah, we'll go.
Oh yeah.
You can grab a bite to eat or something.
A variety of different cuisines, like pretty much name it, and you can get it.
Tacos? I had a friend. Loves tacos.
Definitely has
He's a
tacos.
demon.
Does anywhere have
true.
pancakes?
Totally got pancakes places. Yep.
Pancakes.
24-hour
All right.
breakfast, pancakes, bacon, the whole 9 yards.
Okay. So as we're eating pancakes, I say, Crane, you seem like you seem like someone I can trust. That fair to say?
Of course.
Okay. So I've been teleporting around. I'm like a ramen shaman and shit. These pancakes are good. And you know how I've been like seeing stuff, and I was in space for a while. When I was in space, there was this person, and she started talking to me.
In space.
You know how in space, right? That's right.
Right.
When I was in space, a space woman. She was talking to me, and she told me that there was the thing that we were looking for was this thing that could rewrite everything. I said, like a typewriter. And she said, exactly that, Russell. Exactly like a typewriter. You're clever, you're smart, you know what you're talking about. I said, I know. Point being, she said it was real dangerous for that to be in the hands of Camilla. Casino woman.
Mm-hmm.
She said, if we were to get our hands on something like this, we ought to be real careful about who we give it to. And this pen thing, what Camilla's talking about, sounds a whole lot like a typewriter to me. And I fold my arms as if I rest my case.
So, what are you suggesting?
I mean, how married to this Camilla woman are you?
I would certainly like my reward for completing this task.
What are you after, if you don't mind me asking?
Information.
Okay. Well, from the way I understand it, this pen, typewriter, whatever, can literally rewrite everything.
Like books?
So, like books, but when books come real, like in some movies, imagine if there was like a pen. Let's go bigger here. He's really drunk. Do you believe in a god?
I don't.
Well, okay. How like they say God's like an artist, right? And he like paints shit. Like the earth and the birds and the bees and all that shit. What if the pen was the paintbrush that he made all this shit with? And this magic pen is what we're finding. If we had that pen, we could probably find what you wanted to find.
So you're suggesting the two of us keep it for ourselves?
I'm suggesting we keep it safe. At the very least, yeah.
Yes, for ourselves. We would keep it safe, very safe hands. In the hands of Gibbs and Shepard Crane together.
Yeah. Yeah. One hand from me, one hand from you. It's poetic. It's fucking spiritual, that is. Okay. So, maybe if we find this thing, we don't give it to Camilla because she seems crazy and she's already tried to blow us up and kill us another time. Like, how many times she tried to kill us a day? I don't even know. Three times. Three times.
Oh, I am counting.
3 times and counting. So, we can't trust her at all. Maybe we trust ourselves more than we trust her. I haven't tried to kill you. You haven't tried to kill me as far as I've seen.
I certainly trust you the most as part of our team, if you can call it that.
I trust you the most so far as well. I think the others, they'll come round. But
Ava's a little crazy, if you ask me, and Nancy is quite selfish.
Yeah. What about Sana? What do you think about her? Trustworthy? I mean, she's pretty good at cards.
I think she has good heart.
Yeah, I think you're right there as well. You know what? Let's keep this to ourselves for now. And maybe if and when we trust the others, we start telling some more people and see what they think. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, Romeo. More pancakes, please. That's probably the scene.
Wrong time. All right. Anything else? You guys want to do any montages?
I would like to do one.
Okay, perfect.
That's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would like to go ahead and start. Can I work the case already? Like, can I start using my contacts and things to kind of figure out like Quill and go on weird forums and figure out what people are talking about? Like some Quill that can. I want to know everything that we can so far about the Quill before they give us information.
Totally.
So yeah, I will just get a bottle of wine and go straight back to my hotel room and start working.
Are you going to go up to the penthouse?
Yes,
that you guys were assigned to? Okay. So I'll describe this as you guys, since we haven't had a chance to describe it. So yeah, you get to the penthouse. Again, when you get into this particular elevator, there's one specific that goes direct to the penthouse. So you're not stopping on every level, essentially. There's actually somebody there, like an attendant, that is in front of that elevator to make sure people don't randomly try to go up there.
Did she give us hotel badges or anything? Like, do I have to show him a badge, or does he just know?
No, he recognizes you right away and opens the elevator with his security badge. And he leans in, hits the button, and says, your card will be upstairs. And then the elevator's door closes as you ascend to the penthouse level. When you get in there, the elevator actually opens up into a large lobby area, essentially. There's side tables, gorgeous floral arrangements. The floor is a mirror finish, black, almost galaxy looking floor with specks of gold in it. Very, very beautiful, but obviously very expensive. There's multiple doors that go into different areas. They're all made out of glass, so you can see into them. There's one area that's an entire kitchen. There's another area that's more of a loungy living area. It's a little bit more comfortable than the main lounge entrance that you have. And in there's kind of a wet bar as well, with different booze and all sorts of stuff with glasses and everything else. In there's also a dining type table, and on that table is these packets with each of your names written on them. There's a booklet inside, and in there is contact information for Jesse and a couple other people at the hotel, security and things like that. Any of the restaurants, you basically get your own, I guess it's technically a butler, that's somebody who will always attend to your room for you. So if you ever need anything, you can direct dial that person and they'll bring it. There is information on a tailor, that's on site at the casino if you need any clothing. And then the booklet also notes that in each of the closets there is clothing for you. And if you want to use any of the things there, you can. They've all been provided based on whatever you assume. However she got the information, they're attuned to your sensibility. Essentially, and there's some formal wear as well. So if you were to go out a night on the town type of thing, there's an accommodation for that as well. And then there is your security key card. The information that's given about the key card is that you also will use this for any purchases that you need. So you just use it almost like a credit card. Okay. And that is the room, essentially. So each of the bedrooms is marked with your name individually and assigned, and it's all the rooms are different. If you were to actually like open all the doors and see them, they're all differently decorated and things like that. Yeah, so that's kind of the big thing there.
So she is going to take advantage of the butler, as it were, and ask for 2 bottles of some fancy pants white wine or something, and a deck of playing cards. And then she's actually just gonna like sit in her. So we're on the penthouse. Does our lounge room all connect? Or do we each have a lounge room in our own rooms? Okay, so like if I'm in the lounge room and they come back, they'd see me in the lounge room.
Correct.
Aha, okay.
Yes.
Okay, so then in that case, she will probably just take that. She's just going to go into her room, which in a fancy casino, they have like their own like sitting area and desk and table and all that stuff. So she'll just be in there and she'll be kind of having some wine, and she'll just start looking at that information and trying to do research.
Okay. Absolutely. So you get 3 clues. You can hold on to them if you want. But just what is the method that you're using to gain information, essentially?
So she will be using the playing cards to divine information, as well as kind of like, so what she'll probably do is she'll probably look around forums and stuff like that, just kind of get an idea of what this quill is, and kind of, because we don't know anything. So she'll probably see like rumors, kind of things like that. And then she'll use the cards to kind of see which one's accurate and kind of guide her way. I don't really expect her to find anything super solid, but I want her to kind of have like an idea of what it is so that she can compare it to what she's told, just so it's not only going based on what Camilla tells her.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so what we'll do is I'm going to put 3 clues assigned to you right now. You'll be doing that, and then I'm going to answer questions as we go along that like are relevant to the process that you're using to divine it.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, cool. So with that said, anybody else want to montage?
Do I need to? I know that I kind of received some medical attention from the under the table doctor. Do I need to recover anything else? Like recover from our last activity? Because I know I had taken, I think, 2 damage from that. So I don't know if I need to recover, but I think maybe Sana would just take it easy. After a little bit of gambling, she would go back up to her room and just kind of tend to her arm a little bit and just kind of rest up after. She still is a little bit in pain after being shot.
Yeah, the initial gunshot wound treatment would definitely reduce that status by 1, and then if you wanted to montage to completely recover, you could do that.
Okay.
Yeah, by completely recover, I mean like humanly realistic, but yes.
Right.
You can remove
Am I
it
still grazed? Sorry.
Currently, yes, but I imagine that after a night of rest, you could easily get rid of
I
that.
just didn't know if I needed to like address that instead of doing the attention to my mining.
A graze or like a bruise should solve itself generally, like
so level
overnight.
1. Okay.
Yeah, well, like it depends on the severity. Like a graze versus a gunshot wound. Yeah, those are obviously different processes for healing. So yeah,
I just
yours
wanted
is like disinfect and like bandage it versus stitches and like that whole bit around.
Yeah, I just didn't know if I need to mechanically do what Sana was doing. Like
not in your case, no.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, you can go ahead and remove that status altogether from your character. And that will be your montage. What about Gibbs or Crane? Do you guys want to do any montages? I know you had your RP, but you can still do a montage if you would like.
I don't think there's anything Gibbs is really doing. I think he probably just like passes out drunk somewhere in a hotel and is like dragged to a room. Someone has to come and get him, probably. Like, let's go, right? And I crash on someone's hotel floor full of night. One of the other party members who comes and gets me in the middle of the night. Or they like call me a taxi home, or one of the two. I think. Yeah, he's It gets pretty
I
black.
feel like it would be cute if, like, after doing the like montage where she like talks to her brother, like I come in to basically see you like on the casino floor, like just like totally passed out. And like there's a moment, because I feel like of all the characters, like even though like you were talking to Crane, and like you can totally like step in if you think that you guys would have stayed together, Crane. But otherwise, like of all the characters, I think that Nancy and Gibbs like have a similar background. So she would probably be like, "Okay, old man, get the fuck up off the floor," and like drag you up, and like you're like wiggling, and she's just like trying to like keep you from falling over, and like she would help you up to the penthouse. She's not gonna clean you if you throw up on yourself, though.
I don't think he's that bad. Yeah, he probably doesn't. He probably gets this way quite a lot and just sort of passes out quite peacefully in the end, snoring loudly on the floor.
Yeah, I like that. I feel like they would have had the pancakes, and then probably Crane would have gone to go upstairs, and maybe Gibbs would have stuck around saying, "I'm going to get another drink" or whatever, and then so he stayed behind, and then that's what happened.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Crane, do you go to her room though?
Crane goes to the hallway of the room, and he pensively paces outside Jesse's room number door. And he gets as close as his hand goes up to knock, and then he puts his hand down and he goes to his own room.
Strangely enough, when you get to the penthouse and you walk inside, Jessie is actually in the lounge area. She's like got her legs up on a footstool, like an ottoman, and she's got a tablet in her hands, and she's like listening to music. She's got another whiskey by her side that she slowly sips on. She's like in her pajamas at this point. When you guys saw her, she was wearing like that setted leather jacket and all that. Now she's just like in super casual pajamas, like not flannel, but like very, very comfy looking cotton pajamas. Nothing inappropriate, guys. You stop that. And she's hanging out, and she sees you walk in, and she smiles at you, and then goes back to working on her tablets. She still has a smile on her face when she's done doing that, though, even after she's done looking at you. I love the music. That's fantastic. That's totally what's playing in the
Sana comes out with her saxophone and starts playing background music.
Yep. Oh, she totally has that music playing right now in the lounge. Absolutely. This is a good song. Okay. Do you say anything to her, or do you just like walk past her and go to your room?
Hello again.
Hello.
Working on something?
Yeah, our mission for tomorrow, hopefully. Gotta work out some ideas still. Do you look at what she has on her tablet?
Yeah, he would try and slowly sort of... She's sitting right with her feet up, do you say?
Yep.
So he goes around and sort of like looms behind.
Okay.
To take a peek.
I don't know if I can keep this straight. This okay. I'm quite feeling it.
It's glorious.
This is the smoothest sax music ever, the saxophone.
So as you kind of like loom around on her shoulder, she looks up at you and she says, "Don't worry, I don't bite."
Right.
Oh my god. Will, oh god, you're killing me.
It's only ever a button away.
So Crane leans in closer, like he sort of stoops down to get a closer look at the tablet.
On her tablet, she has schematics of a building. You can't tell exactly what it is because it's kind of zoomed in. and she's got like a notepad in her lap, and she seems to be mapping out something, like either a route or something else along those lines. Again, you can't tell exactly what the blueprint is of. It's like, well, you can sit next to me if you'd like and go over this together.
Yes, sure. And he like swoops over the top of the couch to sit next to her.
Swoops.
Did you just Tom Cruise her?
So, what's your background in, and what's up with that mask? Not that I mind it, but just curious.
I like to wear it as a reminder where I've come from, where I'm going.
Okay.
This music in here is really quite something.
Well, please. Oh my god, this music is killing me right now. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Okay. So I can't look at anybody. I need to tab out. I need to tab out. Okay. So where you're going, where do you think you're going exactly?
I have something I need to do, and I wear it to keep me on task.
Do you guess? I can't do it. It's too much for me. Okay.
Well, you're torturing the MC here, please.
It's too hot. All right,
Laughing,
a
crying
couple
right
of jazz.
now. Thank you,
Jazz,
please.
go on.
Thank you.
God, it
All
was
right.
perfect.
If it weren't for the music, I think I could have kept it together. I'm not
what
gonna
it
lie.
was. It was too
Yeah, that's
good.
great. Okay. So I think she would want to try to question you more a little bit about the mask to get to know you. You'd obviously see this happening. Like you would, it's very obvious. She's not trying to hide her questioning. So have you always worn the mask, or is that something that kind of happened recently?
It was given to me.
By who?
Someone who was very important to me, made me who I am.
I see. Are they no longer around?
They are not.
I'm sorry. Is that why you're doing this?
Yes.
So you're looking for answers.
Why are you doing this?
I like information. There's some things that Camilla has access to that only she can get her hands on.
Care to share what that might be exactly?
Well, if you can't tell already, I like planning things. And there's something that I need to get that I can't without her help.
Hmm. It's awful quiet in here all of a sudden.
The music like the playlist like ran out, so now it's just like silent.
Oh yeah,
Back to
let's
what's
Oh,
this
there
is my
it is.
favorite song. I just love playing it on repeat. you like jazz music?
It's all right.
What kind of music do you like then?
Honestly, I generally listen to white noise to help me sleep.
Okay, but you're not sleeping right now. So what do you listen
Right.
to when you're awake?
I guess classical is all right.
Classical, like Beethoven?
Yes. And Mozart and things like that.
Huh. Didn't take you for a Mozart kind of guy.
What kind of guy did you take me for?
Maybe a little bit more rough around the edges.
I can be.
Right. Well, here's some classical music for you. I don't mind it.
So, are you just going to work on this all night?
Yeah, I don't really sleep. It's kind of a weird thing for me. Doc says it's insomnia, but I don't know. I don't really take power naps sometimes.
I'm kind of the same.
Night owl, huh?
Something like that.
Fair enough. What did you do?
I feel like
before this. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I feel like right at this moment, while they're like sitting on the couch and like it's kind of a little bit romantic, listening to classical music and whatever, like the door like bangs open and I'm literally like dragging Russell by the like armpits, like backward. I'm like, come on, just gotta get inside the door.
Oh,
So much heavier than you look.
Oh, such a team.
Help me.
I'll leave that one to you.
Crane gets up to help.
Jesus. Trying not to trip over a rug or something. Like he's just dragging his feet, probably like,
No. Come on, Gibbs. And Crane just puts his arms like under Gibbs's armpits and kind of like lifts him fairly easily and starts to drag him.
So strong.
Jesus.
Arms so strong. Supple.
Nancy, like once you like grab him from her, goes over to the closest like alcohol in the like maybe there's a little like mini bar, and it's just like she's got a little like beads of sweat on her forehead from trying to drag this guy like down the hall and like into the elevator, and like then get him off the floor of the elevator, and
You know,
so
Nancy,
she like goes over and takes a drink.
There is a butler for that. Your packets
what?
are there on the table. Literally
Butler
doing
for
whatever
what?
you need.
We're dragging
anything.
this.
Yeah, literally.
Seriously?
Anything. Yeah.
Fucking hell. Rich people. Like.
Yeah, Camilla definitely sets up her employees.
Well, all right. Grabs her envelope, like pages through it, like puts it under her arm. So which one of these is mine?
That one down the hall. I think it's the furthest away from everybody.
Who's the one
Great.
next to me? Just out of curiosity.
I'll let you guys decide.
Oh, cool. Should we roll
Yeah, I'll
for
let
it?
you guys decide. If you want, I mean, you guys can decide amongst yourselves who's with who, I guess.
Okay. Here's how we're gonna go. I'm at the
I'm
end
an
of the
agent of
hall.
chaos.
I'm at the end of the hall, and then, well, it's like a U. Let's say it's like a U. So there's two ends of the hall,
Yes.
And then whoever rolls, if anyone rolls matching numbers, then they're like across from each other. And then whoever rolls the highest is at the other end of the hall, and whoever rolls the lowest is closest to the lobby.
Okay.
Okay, what are we rolling?
A 1d6.
Yep.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Sorry,
1d6. You got
Sorry,
both the lowest and the highest. Look at you.
I tried. There we go.
Okay, so the other end of the hall is basically, I guess, across from Nancy and the U is Eva, and then across from each other are Gibbs and Crane, and then closest to the lobby is Sana's room, and
Jesse.
and I guess Jesse.
Yeah.
So I don't hear shit.
Well, that means that Jesse's room is right next to Crane's.
Yeah, it fucking is.
Uh-oh. All right. So,
trouble.
yeah, you see, I don't know how much Gibbs really sees since he's pretty much blackout drunk. But yeah, Nancy sees, like, again, the very glamorous flooring, all that, the whole shebang. This is even more upscale than anything you've seen all day.
They probably have custom silk jammies.
Yeah, pretty
It's
much.
gross, these places. Sorry if you frequent them, listeners. Just jealousy talking. You're muted, Boot.
Oh, I just wish I could frequent these places.
Yeah.
But no, alas. Nancy does not wish she could frequent these places. Nancy looks around and it's just like, wasteful. Blah. It's like, it's that undercurrent of envy, but on top of it is like, if I had this much money, I wouldn't do this with it. You know?
Yeah. Definitely.
But also, free,
okay.
so.
Any other montages? I think Crane was the only one left. If you wanted a montage.
No, just he takes Gibbs to his room, flops him on the bed, and sort of stands at the end of the bed for a couple of seconds, just looking at him, making sure he's gonna make it through the night, and then he just leaves the room.
Okay. Do you go?
Are you breathing? Put you in the recovery position.
Do you go to bed for the night, or do you go back out to Jesse?
He goes back out to Jesse.
Okay. All right. Do you want a drink? She asked you.
No, thank you.
All right. Suit yourself. All right. At this point, by the time that you have gotten back, she's already drawn out like this massive, like in multiple pages of her notebook. She's already started like setting up the entire blueprint again. But in paper form with like different routes. You know how like tracing paper has like when you lay it on top of each other, you can see the different sections,
right,
and all that. She's got that. That's the type of notebook she's been using, and she started setting out this like building path essentially. And she keeps looking at the tablet and like moving things around on the screen, then zooming in and zooming out, and then looking and flipping back and forth to what she started setting up on the coffee table. And she is like intensely focused on what she's doing, and she's doing it at such a fast pace too. Like it's almost inhuman at how quickly she moves between the tablet and the paper and like drawing and everything. And her drawing skills are like off the chart. She's not using a ruler, but her lines look perfectly straight with all of what she's doing. And she doesn't even need to like look down half of the time when she's talking to you. She's like trying to make eye contact with you, even though you're wearing a mask. And she's drawing and like completely flawless. It's just something that you pick up in observation when you're watching her work, essentially. So I guess we're gonna be here a while. I gotta make at least like 12 more of these.
Right. I don't mind keeping you company.
Oh, that's nice. Usually I'm alone this whole time. Nobody really likes watching this kind of work being done. Camilla sure as hell doesn't.
You worked for her before?
Yeah, I've been working for Camilla 6 years now. On and off. Mostly on.
What's your thoughts on her?
Camilla is a badass bitch with a lot of money, and she's not afraid to show it. That's the short version. Below all that, I think she's a very sad person in like emotions. I mean, not like shitty person, but I don't know. I think she's been through stuff. She doesn't really open up to me. She trusts me to do the work that I have to do, but we're not like besties or anything like that. I don't think she really has any close friends now that I'm thinking about it.
She always put together teams like this.
This is way beyond anything I've ever seen her do in the 6 years that I've known her. I got into a lot of trouble a while back. She bailed me out of it, and kind of owe her my life, I guess, in that regard. But she'd never consider me a friend, I don't think. Like I said, she can't really, I don't know. She doesn't let people get close to her, I guess. She's just always surrounded herself with people she can pay.
Does she always bring in people from the outside like she has for this, or?
Usually she works with people that she's worked with before, but I guess something's different about this job. Honestly, she's been pretty secretive with even me about it. She's always only given me just enough to go on to do things, but outside of that, with this job, I mean, I knew she was going to assemble the team the way she did. Even though I don't necessarily agree with her methods, they generally pay off. Like, if you guys hadn't made it through the whole thing, obviously you wouldn't have been able to do the job that we have to do. Even though I don't even know how risky it really is. Most of what she asks people to do, the only reason she doesn't do it herself, if you want my honest opinion, is because she doesn't want to get her hands dirty.
You think she would be capable if she wanted to get her hands dirty?
Camilla has a very focused set of skills that she utilizes very well, probably better than anybody else, but I don't think she has the physical capability to do some of the work that either I or other people have done. I mean, take you, for example. I mean, you're physically capable. I don't think that Camilla could do something to the same extent that you can. You know?
Mm-hmm.
For me, she like pauses for a second, and you can hear the reluctance in her voice. She realizes she's been talking a lot. Maybe even too much. I can plan things. I'm really good at planning.
I can see that. And what is the plan? Where are we headed?
This is a vault. You guys should be familiar with cracking through vaults, though this won't be where you're on the inside. You have to get into one. But this particular facility is not easy to get through, and there's a lot of security. So right now, I am coming up with about 12 different variations of how we can get in and get out without, well, probably a few scenarios will end up involving hostile interactions, but hopefully not.
Will you be coming with us?
Probably, unless Camilla changes her mind, which she does quite often. Like, a lot. Kind of annoying. I've already said way too much, so I really hope that my gut feeling is right with you, and you're not gonna go and start talking a bunch of shit to Camilla about me.
Of course. I won't say a word.
Fantastic. You know, I mean, other than the fact that she's kind of bossy, she kind of has a raise to be, but because she's paying us, but she's actually not that bad. I just don't think that she knows how to let people be around her. So I think that's what causes a lot of the changes in her behavior half the time. But still, if she sees any subordination or anything like that, not good.
Crane gets like a little bit closer, like he's sat next to her and he sort of scooches a little closer, but like making it like he's looking at the plans again, but he's consciously trying to influence the dialogue to keep her talking when he says,
Oh, yeah?
"Is she dangerous?"
I mean, isn't everybody?
Some a lot more than others.
Do you think she's dangerous?
I think she might control some very dangerous people.
Maybe. What would you do if you had all the wealth in the world?
Probably the same sort of thing I do now, to be honest with you.
Which is what exactly?
This, that, the other.
Well, that's the most vague answer I've ever heard.
Well, it won't be the last, I'm sure.
Ah. Great. You don't like riddles, do you?
Not a fan.
Thank God. Last person was super into riddles. Drove me crazy. Also lots of puns. Why do people think puns are funny?
It's, what do you mean, last person?
Oh, just somebody I worked with on a job once.
Hmm.
They were very reckless. If you had to, let's say, get into a secure facility that had lots of armed guards, how would you go about doing it?
Is it this sort of facility that any kind of noise would bring police? Or is this a private facility?
Definitely a private facility.
I don't think I would be too careful if there's some sort of side or back door to go in, but otherwise, through the front.
Fair enough.
I will tell you that when it comes to a fight, this team has proven to be completely incapable.
Yeah. That was interesting to watch.
You watching?
Maybe.
Interesting.
I mean, somebody's always watching, as they say.
What did you think?
Well, you guys might have a little bit of a dysfunctional team sometimes, but you got it done somehow. In a strange way, might I add.
It was mostly me. That's what we're getting at, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess that's true.
Gibbs helped.
So what are you,
bit.
like, bulletproof? Is that what happened there? What was that all about?
You know, I'm not entirely sure the extent and limits of what I am proof to.
Well, hopefully, if you get shot at again, you don't die.
Well, yes. And the same to you, now that you're with us and part of the team. Welcome to the team.
Thanks. Are you not a people person? I'm sensing now that
Not
you're
at
really
all.
not.
Not at
Yeah.
No. I don't socialize much.
Okay, well, to each their own. I generally didn't socialize much until Camilla hired me, and then I kind of had to. Although I do prefer, you know, what I'm doing here versus going out and about and talking to people. Not my strongest suit. Yeah, I mean, you know, I can talk. I have to.
Well, if we work together long enough, perhaps you have a few things to teach me.
Only if you want to learn.
Always room for learning.
True. Maybe you can teach me how to be bulletproof. That'd be fun.
Well, we could experiment sometime.
God, it only took you like an hour, Crane! For fuck's sake!
I can't, between chat and your guys' faces with everything, I'm so dead. Oh god. Experiments sound like a lot of fun.
Not
They
when
can
they
be.
involve bullets. Jesus.
Alright. Can you hold these papers for me so I can finish this other one? Find it to, like, hold them, though. Then it's a pain in the ass to get it back down. So, okay. She's going to continue working on the tablet and the papers. If there are any other questions that you particularly want to ask, feel free.
No, I think just more awkwardness until she's done.
Yeah. I think like another 45 minutes goes by. She has another whiskey. And she's finally finished with all 12 of the plans that she was working on. And at the very end, when she's kind of done, she looks at everything at this point that has been like sprawled out on the floor because the coffee table doesn't have enough room for everything. And she starts kind of almost like a Tetris process of like laying certain lines back over each other and like moving different things around. Or maybe less like Tetris, more like those, you know, those puzzles with the image that you have to like move and rearrange to get it back to its whole self. A lot more like that. At this point, she's already powered down her tablet and left it aside while she's working on these pages. Still with the whiskey nearby, taking a sip every once in a while as well. And she kind of stands up and moves back, and there's like this massive sprawling series of papers and like on the ground, and you can kind of you'd have to be like really high up to see the whole thing all at once. But as you kind of lay your eyes around it, it looks like it's a house. Like it looks like a house versus like a bank or somewhere else that you would expect to see a vault. And there's definitely kind of levels as you kind of look onward to this. You'd have to probably roll something to really get a deep understanding of what she did, because this is very custom approach to blueprints. But obviously it is a building. Looks like a house because it looks like there's different floors and bedrooms of some kind and all this other, and the vault seems to be at the center of most of these layouts.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you wanted to like roll anything to kind of glean more information or not.
No, I feel like Crane would just kind of see it and think, oh, it's like some mansion or something, and we're going to probably take this from someone, and he's fine with that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So she kind of, after she stands up, she kind of turns. She has like the most satisfied look on her face. She's just like, yeah, hell yeah. Like I finished it. This is great. She definitely looks like she feels like an achievement in what she's done with these pages. And she goes over to the bar again, places her cup upside down as she did before. Now that it's empty. And she says, okay, I'm going to go take a bath because I've had a long day and baths are like the best thing ever. So.
Well, good job. And yes, enjoy. And see you tomorrow. Today. It's already quite late, so
like
a few hours really. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. I think that they're going to bring breakfast to us, so if you want anything specific, just leave it with the butler, and they'll bring
pancakes.
It up. Yeah. Okay. Pancakes. Pancake kind of guy, huh?
Well, good night.
Right.
And then Crane shuffles off towards his door.
Okay. So as everyone is now at this point in their rooms and or already asleep probably, did you want to go into the clues that you had, Ava? Since you had the 3 clues, if there was anything you want to do now or you want to do it later another time?
I can do it later, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that, yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. So morning arrives. Anybody like wake up really early, or is everyone kind of just like sleeping in and like doing whatever? Okay, Ava's waking up early.
Sleeping in.
Yep.
I feel like Nancy gets up like really early.
Okay.
Like sunrise, sitting on her like balcony or whatever early.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. All right. Then in that case, so Ava and Nancy are awake. Breakfast is brought about 2 hours after you guys have woken up. And you can smell, like, before the elevator doors even open, you can smell, like, different food, like bacon. You can smell waffles with the vanilla, and you can smell coffee. All sorts of just beautiful scents are kind of coming through and moving throughout the penthouse. And it's set, there's 3 people that set up the entire breakfast at the dining area. Fresh fruits brought in. It's just like a whole assortment of all sorts of different things. Anything that's warm is left in on its plate, like on a warmer with one of those metal, I don't remember what they're called, but like covering it to keep it warm. And yeah, they leave, and you guys are welcome to interact this morning. Jessie doesn't really sleep, but she's out and about and getting breakfast and like picking at some of the fruit and like plating a couple items, drinking some coffee. Ava, are you staying in your room or are you kind of out in the lounge area?
If the food is out in the lounge area, I'll probably head out to get some food and coffee, and I'll probably, she'll probably do that.
Okay, so I want to say that you will notice Jessie has poured whiskey into her coffee.
Oh, I will do the same. I'll have some of that. Yep, I'll just like get a cup and we'll put it out for her. Yes, please.
Thanks. Yeah, here you go.
Yep, she puts them in.
The day off, right?
Yep. Ava is still wearing the same clothes she had on yesterday. She fell asleep, kind of like in her chair going over the stuff.
Yeah. Jesse will probably comment and be like, you have a whole wardrobe, right?
Oh yeah, but I probably want to shower and everything, but I figured I would get some coffee and some food first.
Fair
This
point.
quill is actually quite interesting. How much do you know about this quill?
The quill, not a heck of a lot. Not much more than you know. As far as the process to get to it, I know it's going to take a while, and we don't have, too much information to go on, as is with Camilla all the time.
Okay,
Where
so I
she
will
loves to
actually
just-
try to figure out what it was that I learned on the last night.
Okay.
That I can share
All right.
I think Sana too will come out at this point. Grab some breakfast and a coffee. Just kind of listen in
morning.
on the conversation. Good morning.
How did your luck go last night? You keep your streak?
I ended the night a little bit early. I think I had all my luck in the beginning of the day during our game, so I just kind of took it easy last night.
Enough said.
Mm-hmm.
We've all been there.
So that's how it usually goes. We were listening
I
to
feel
jazz
like-
music for a while, Sana.
I was listening to Jet. I think
We
I
were.
heard it. Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did hear it. It was
Yeah.
It's my favorite. So
Yeah, I like it too.
you have good taste.
Thanks.
I think Nancy comes out of her room with her like curly hair like still wet because like she's one of those people that showers and then like leaves it and it's somehow still like just fine, and she's wearing, I feel like if the clothes in the wardrobe were catered to the people, it's just like a series of like monochrome from white to black t-shirts and jeans and like just like different like leather or like ish jackets.
Yeah.
And so she's wearing the clothes
Probably
from
like a
the wardrobe.
$500
But you-
shirt, though.
Yeah, but you like it looks the same except for better,
It's better, yeah.
And,
fits you better.
and she's just
Nice.
like, it's a t-shirt, like whatever. And she's like, so are we allowed to like are we doing this right now or like can I leave?
I mean, you can
or,
like do whatever right now. I've got your phone numbers, so
cool. And she
People
starts like
like that.
grabbing some food from the like buffet and like putting a plate together, basically like a to-go plate. And then she makes another one. She like takes 2 to-go plates and she's like, I'll be back. And she like leaves. She's gonna take it to her brother.
yeah. Do you want a driver?
Wait. I'll just take a cab. Can I just take a cab? Is that okay? Like I don't
Sure.
want to fucking stick out like a sore thumb. People with
Totally
drivers.
fine. Just offering.
Yep.
Okay. Have fun.
She's always like that, Jessie.
yeah. I've looked at her file. It's fine.
Have you looked at my file?
I mean, I've had to look at everybody's file.
So
So-
that's how you knew I liked jazz music.
Maybe I also just like jazz music.
Maybe.
Crane comes out into the hallway and he sort of like peers down to where you all are to see if Gibbs is there. And then because it's just the doorway over from him, he just sort of crosses the hall and he's like, Gibbs. Knocks on the door.
Gives sort of like, and gets up, opens the door. Hey, what's up?
There's food and coffee and things.
Why do I have to do things today?
I don't know, do you?
Someone find out. I have to do things today.
Anybody
Nice.
know if Gibbs has to do things today?
We've all got to do things today.
Yes, we've all got to do things, Gibbs. Come on.
Okay.
Is he okay?
I'm coming.
Oh, he's probably just hungover. Here, Gibbs, have some oatmeal.
Oh my
I
god,
can.
that's loud.
Let me make something for that. Hold on. She goes behind the wet bar and starts making this weird ass concoction of liquors and all sorts of shit. All right, Gibbs, come on over here. Oh wow, you look like shit. Okay, you're gonna need maybe like the whole thing of this. Yeah, just yeah. This will make you feel great.
You look like somebody put you in a paper bag and set you alight.
Good day.
Just a water
like
or
a
something.
ding-dong ditch. Yes. A stomped one.
Right. Here you go. Just drink that.
What was that fucking music I was hearing all night? I'll drink it. Like there was so much, and I heard awkwardness as well. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. So, what are we doing? Who are we finding?
Not exactly that. Not exactly that.
Okay.
Anyway, we're gonna be, I guess, scouting a particular location that might have something of importance to us for our primary mission.
Could you maybe try that again, but with some excitement? Because that sounded boring and like I don't want anything to do with it.
We are going to probably infiltrate a facility to obtain access to something very valuable that will assist us in our mission.
There you go. Now I'm ready. I'll just shower and change and then I'm good to go.
Absolutely. Great.
I'm good to go.
No, you smell horrid. So you're going to turn around, go to your room, take a shower, get changed in the variety of clothing options that have been given to you in your wardrobe inside of your room. And then you're going to come out here and eat breakfast. And then we'll be going.
Any masks in here, lady? Huh? Like those.
Do you want a mask?
I look towards Crane. All right. I won't upset you, lady. I'll go back in.
You'll feel better in about 28 minutes.
Yep.
Gibbs,
How's
if
that even?
you need help with your closet and how to dress properly, just I'm just down the hall. I will help. I would love to help you with that situation that you have.
I've got a couple ideas, actually.
Oh, God. Okay.
Maybe real popular around here.
He comes out with like a shirt on as pants.
Okay, so before we get too far ahead of ourselves, Ava, give me 3 questions that you want to ask about the stuffs.
Ooh, okay. Can I ask anything related to the quill or?
Yeah, just using the method that you're talking about. So things that would be like, some things are going to be a little bit more open to interpretation, I guess.
Okay. So, I guess what I would like, I would like to look on, I guess, forums and things like that to kind of see what the rumors are about the quill. And then I use the deck of cards, to hear the whispers on whether or not that is true. So, I guess she probably would have seen a bunch of stuff like, the quill can rewrite destiny, or the quill can give you thousands of dollars or whatever. So maybe she doesn't really know exactly what the pen is rumored to even do, because every time she asked the whispers, they were like, yes, or yes. So she's absolutely confused as to what it can actually do.
Yeah.
But that's the rumors.
Here's what I'll give you as the first thing is when you look up pen specifically, you're not getting any hits on it. Like, there's nothing about a quill, there's nothing about pen, there's nothing about writing implements of any kind for that matter. But as you start thinking through and looking at everything, you get a whisper about wishes. Like, it says wishes. So that's going to be your first kind of clue, so to speak. And then when you start digging into that and asking more about what that is, a lot of references of the whispers to you start referencing like the genie and like a lot of the mythology around like the 3 wishes, and the variants of those things are kind of brought up as like, you know, whether it's asking for the 3 wishes from a genie or from other like mythological type settings around like granting wishes. That is a lot of the things that you get.
Then can she, for her third one, then can she look up the djinn? Like them and kind of like see if there's like local, if using her like knowing lots of people around town, if she knows anybody that would know where one might reside. Like I don't know what this universe is like, if there are descendants of djinn that are just hanging around.
Yeah, there's actually there's quite a few different places that you could go to, some of which are more like kitschy shops, but there's a few that are more, that seem more authentic in that vein of questioning.
Okay, so then I think that should be it. That's probably all that she'd be able to get from the internet.
Okay.
Like just a couple of shops maybe that have nothing or something.
Yeah, you can get a variety of them, and then through process of elimination of like how long they've been around and like all that other stuff, you could find like a small handful, maybe 3 or 4 that might be legitimate.
Okay, cool.
So yeah,
thank you.
Absolutely. So that's kind of what you get from there. As you guys are, you know, taking care of things in the lounge area, Nancy, you get a message on your phone. Either before or after you deliver the food to your brother. It's up to you what your timeline is on that.
I mean, this is the nice side of town, and we definitely don't live on the nice side of town. So, plus, I'm assuming it's a work day at commute hours. So, probably she gets it while she's still in the cab.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you get the message, and it says to Nancy, "We need to talk." And the initials look familiar to you.
Didn't save this number. Can I like do a reverse search on the phone number?
Yeah, you can. It's gonna be a dead. It's a deadline. It's like a burner.
Oh, it's like a burner phone. Okay.
Yeah. But the initials that you get initially is an F and a T.
All right.
And this is a particular individual who you owe money to.
Fuck. All right.
There's like
so she looks at it.
Yeah. The moment you see it, you get another. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, it's okay.
No, she just looks at it and she's like, FT, oh, fucking shit. And like remembers like getting similar messages probably in the past. And she's just like, how did they get this number?
So you get that, and like about a minute later, you get another message, and it says, if you're working for Camilla, your brother's dead. And that's where we're gonna
from
end
the same number.
Episode. Yeah.
Ooh. No, that's a text.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Oh.
Ooh.
You
highs.
Fuck with me.
The drama.
All right.
Well, all right. Well, we're ending tonight's episode on that bombshell, my friends. If you enjoyed tonight's show, let us know. Oh, if you haven't checked out City of Mist, go check it out. It's awesome. If you haven't watched previous episodes, go back and watch them on YouTube or catch up on the podcast. Oh, man. Holy shit. Woo. I know what to say. But stick around in a few seconds. We're going to give away a set of tabletop loot dice. We're back next week for more City of Mist every 8 p.m. Eastern here for the King's Hustle. This episode really did have it all. We're back on tomorrow here on Encounter Roleplay at a time of 4 o'clock Eastern, and we've got the wonderful Jim Davis on from WebDM to talk about Warhammer character creation with us. But it's going to be a good time. Oh, man, sir, how was that?
You killed me with the music. I just couldn't do it. So difficult.
So
great. It was like, I thought it was
too good. It was way too good.
Work went that direction with this NPC, but I just lost my shit. I could not handle the music with the whole thing because it was so funny to me. And Morph did a fantastic job at making it incredibly awkward.
It was
interactions. So
that was great.
Like, even the fact that we can't see him, just the way that he said things, it was like on point, spot on. Fantastic job with that RP. Yeah. I enjoyed it. I love this whole story. And like I like that I can adapt it as you guys do things throughout the episode. I basically just set a goal for each episode and then hope something cool will happen along the way, and it always does because you guys are really good RPers. I had a great time as always. It will just continue. I already told you guys before to expect lots of shit from me about your personal backstories, as you've already seen that happening, and it will continue to happen. So yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Amazing job. And Blue Jay, how was that?
Well, I'm gonna start some shit next episode. You thought I started shit before this? Just fucking wait. Anyway, what you missed, PB, was Nancy got a text message that said if you're working with Camilla, your brother is dead.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yeah, that was it. So that's a great cliffhanger. I'm real excited. Thank you. Also, chat gave me another idea for backstory stuff, so I'll tell you after the session. That'll be good. Anyway, I'm Blue Jay, and you can find me most of the time at twitch.tv/BlueJay or on Twitter at BlueJay_712, just like that. All of my role-playing stuff is all in my portfolio at bluejay.tv/portfolio.
Awesome. Fantastic stuff. And Pumpkinberry, how was that?
That was awesome. I really enjoyed that. I was laughing my ass off, probably harder than I've laughed in quite a while during a show like that. That was great. I really enjoyed that scene. Sorry if it was just kind of, I'm torn between a Jesse and Crane ship and a Gibbs and Crane ship. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'd be happy either way. Anyway, I love roleplay. You can find me at twitch.tv/pumpkinberry. I stream Monday through Friday, but you can also find more roleplay information on my website at pumpkinberry.tv, or you can follow me on Twitter, which is at pumpkinberry. Thank you. Thank you for having me. That was amazing. You guys were great.
Amazing. And Miss Magitech, how was that?
Yes. Oh, awesome episode again. I especially like that we got to play some poker this episode, because that's, and we're right in the heart of where Sana loves to be, gambling at a casino. This is where we're going to be staying. So I'm like, oh man, I'm just going to burn out all of her money that she just got. But yeah, so really good episode. I am Tracy, also known as Miss Magitech. I also love all things role-playing RPGs. So find me on Twitch or on Twitter at Miss_Magitech. That's kind of where I'm keeping my schedule right now of things, because I'm kind of all over the place. But yeah, so that's me.
Awesome stuff. And last but not least, the most awkward person, awkward character I've ever watched, and the most glorious thing to ever witness was that scene with Crane.
Thank you.
Madmorph, how was that?
Absolutely amazing episode. Just everything. It was so good. I loved it. Awkward is what I do. It's like always the thing that comes up in my stream when we do roleplay. We do voice roleplay a lot, and I love making people feel uncomfortable. I love bringing the awkward, whether it's awkward romances or just whatever. It's kind of what we do. So getting to do that today, I didn't know if we would get anything like that with tabletop, but getting to show that side and explore it was just really, really great episode. I'm Madmorph. You can find me on Twitter, MadmorphTV, twitch.tv/Madmorph for our just daily variety, and we do a lot of roleplay and Arc and stuff, and youtube.com/Madmorph if you want to see all of our awkward history. But that was just amazing episode. This City of Mist is incredible. It gets better and better, and you guys are all just amazing. It's such a pleasure to play with you guys every week. Thank you.
Absolutely, definitely echoing that. It feels like it's been like 10 episodes, but this is like episode 3. We've gotten through a lot of character development already.
So much
feels
development.
Like the characters are already growing and changing, and it's really cool.
I mean, I think the role players are all fantastic, but I think a lot of that has to do with the system too, City of Mist, because it leaves a lot up to you can do whatever you want, and let's just make this a narrative experience. So very cool.
We can write our own stories and what happens too, which is really awesome.
Yeah, and the longer you play it, the more confident you get with that, I think, as well. Because it took me like 2 or 3 episodes when I started playing City of Mist to be like, oh, I can like actually do stuff, and I don't have to like have a rule that says I can do it. So I think the more we get into it, the cooler that gets. But we're gonna head off for tonight. It's been amazing fun. Until next time, my friends. Try not to roll too many now ones. We want to be there laughing when you do. Good night, everybody. Bye. Bye. It's sexy jazz music with your friends. Bye.